everybody, and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will. I'm a D&D sex icon. God fucking damn it. I'm back today with another episode of Call of Cthulhu, Reign of Terror. I got the whole cast and crew back with us today to play some more games, and it's only going to go well because it's Monday. And things happen well to us on Monday. We don't go insane. We don't all die. We don't end up in creepy asylums with the main bad guy. We've got great. It's all a lie. It's all untrue. Not even once has this happened. But we do have Greg with us tonight, who is our keeper. So, Greg, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I missed the fact that we had to miss last week. It was a scheduling conflict on my part, and I apologize for that. But it did give me time to think up exactly how I was going to progress the story through murder and dismemberment. And I came up with a lot of good stuff. So, creativity is born from poor circumstance. So I'm ready to go. I'm ready to murder. I'm ready to kill. Trickster gods of chat, I have missed you. Bless me, shower me with your hideous love, and let us go.
Speaking of hideous love, Mike, how are you, my friend?
That's me. I'm the most hideous loving person here. Please don't kill me, Greg. I'm great. I am excited to be back into Cthulhu. I'm excited to start my day. I'm all hyped up. I'm all jazzed up. I got a new bunch of things that are all working simultaneously, and it's great. So I'm here for Greg to kill me as quickly as he can.
Good. And remind us who you'll be playing as you die.
It depends. Mostly I'll be playing Unmade Man. But in the game, I'm playing Terry Renault, Sergeant Terry Renault, who is the leader of this ragtag band of soldiers, and also there's a ghoul. He's not part of the soldiers, so I can't claim leadership of him.
Hey, I'm a ghoul too now, yo.
Oh, well, I guess I get a half leadership on you.
We're ghoul bros.
God damn it.
Oh dear. Well, speaking of ghouls, we have Metamancer with us tonight. Metamancer, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Hi, guys. I'm going to be playing your friendly neighborhood ghoul, and I'm looking forward to seeing exactly what our new friend. I'm going to call him our friend because maybe he's a good guy now. I don't know. Probably not.
No.
What he wants from us in exchange for his assistance. So,
yeah, maybe,
yes, much excited.
Yeah,
he'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe a 5-year stay in a horrific French asylum has actually done real wonders for his personality and demeanor. So,
who knows?
I hope for the best.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Oh dear me. We also have Myth with us today. Myth, how you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. I'll be playing Etienne Babin. He's missing an arm because he blew it up once in a war. We've mentioned it, I think, once before in the past. I'm feeling good today. I'm at my standing desk, which is super weird. So I'll be walking around pacing like an idiot today. I also have a mocha, and I'm super hyped. Let's do this.
I respect you. We have, purely for the mocha.
That makes one of us.
Wow. That hit home, but at least Mike is here.
That was your mistake.
Well, I mean, Mike is here. You guys can relate on that. We do have Jules with us tonight, as in Jules from Dungeon Drunks. How you doing, Jules?
I'm good. I play Martine/Joseph Hugal, and currently she's not too happy to see her ex, but who is. Things didn't go well. Nobody likes dealing with someone that they denied, so she's not happy to be where she is, but that's fine.
It's all good. She'll be fine.
It's all good. She'll be fine. He's totally harmless now, right, Greg?
Yeah, that's what happens when you send your ex-boyfriends off to French asylums for 5 years. They turn out super chill.
Resplendent offering.
Super chill. No hard feelings at all. None.
Totally forgiven. Exactly. And wow, thank you the two for this donation. I'll get to that here in just a second, my friend. As myself, I will be playing the ghoul that was Michelle. And Michelle now lives with Guillaume down in the sewers. They've been living there for the past 5 years. They've been chilling and sculpting out a really nice flesh tapestry. You guys have to see it. They went down there last time, and we made sure the place was really bloody, really messy for everyone. Michelle's father is also down there. He's completely blind, and therefore he has no idea of all the horrific things that he's around. So, yeah, Michelle's living it up. He's having a good time. He's pleased to see his friends. Now he's got some extra powers, and yeah, he's good as new again. So even though he doesn't have his own leg, he's managed to stitch someone else's leg onto his. and it's a whole thing. It works out really well. Highly recommend that you guys become ghouls, eat people, and stitch their legs onto yours. Totally works. But before we dive into today's game, a couple of things to remind you guys of. First of which is we're sponsored by D&Dice over on their website, dndice.co.uk. You can go get yourself sexy dice, including Cthulhu-themed dice. So check them out. Save yourself 5% when you use the coupon code EncounterRoleplay at checkout and support Encounter Roleplay while you do so. It's a bargain. Also, if you guys haven't followed the show yet, we hit 20 followers, you guys get to decide something which happens next in our campaign. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. Here's a tweet as well. 20 retweets, another viewer decision, and of course you can donate to affect the game by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, and as Latu is about to make sure we know, tentacles as well. This is the last week where the tentacle table that you guys wrote and put up there is into effect. So if you want to see some tentacles, this is your last week. But let's see, Latu donated £32. I missed you too, Greg. Oh, tentacle to random player, a crit fail to the ghouls, damn it. Etienne and Joseph, and a wild magic surge for Greg's choice. So, Greg, you get to decide a tentacle and a wild magic surge here.
Okay, so to get this party started correctly,
yes.
To get this party started to right, let's roll luck rolls, everybody, or just a D100, and I want to know who gets the highest roll, on a 0 to 100, who's the highest, and then who gets the lowest. Let me know.
Sure.
I got a balmy 19. Oh, I didn't. I thought I did. What did I get?
That's my 19.
I got a 48.
Nick that 19. 37.
I think I'm the winner.
Poor Guillaume.
Okay, so the highest looks like it is Guillaume.
Yep.
I think I win. I win the game.
Yep.
Guillaume wins the game and a wild magic surge, and the lowest goes to Jules at a 19. So Joseph Martin gets the tentacle.
Wow.
Again,
Which is
wow.
So
it might be Fenwick's tentacle. We're not sure, but they're
no.
I hope so.
involved.
Tentacle.
Going Fenwick's tentacle anywhere near
Tentalic.
Martine.
It's a fentacle tentalic.
Yeah, there it is.
So if you got a wild magic surge, a D10,000. If you got a tentacle, it's a D25. While we look those up, Greg, do you want to walk us through a little bit about what happened last week on the show?
I sure
For
do.
those of us who don't remember.
Right, I sure do, buddy, because it's not like I had to go back and make sure I wrote all this down as well. Okay,
Mostly for chat.
Right, just for catch everybody else up. Any new people, here you go.
Yeah.
With the last week's, or 2 weeks ago, our last session, 5 years had passed since the raid on Comte Fenwick and his arrest. Michel was discharged from military service because of the loss of his leg, and with his loss of income, he fell in with Guillaume and the ghouls beneath Paris. The terror has swept through France, toppling the first two estates, the religious and the nobility. The third estate, consisting of revolutionaries and the hungering masses, has seized control, thus destabilizing both France and the surrounding regions of Europe. King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette have met their respective ends at the blade of the guillotine. In addition, nearly 10,000 others have met the same grisly fate, including the party's former commanding officer, Captain Louis Malon. At his execution, the three remaining soldiers, Sergeant Terry Renault, Etienne Babin, and Joseph Martin, spoke to the doomed man. He claimed that their former ally, Dr. Rigault, had orchestrated his guilt and arranged for his execution by the guillotine. He tasked the soldiers with avenging him, stopping Rigault, and saving France. Meanwhile, beneath the streets, Guillaume and Michel witnessed the end of Captain Milan, but experienced a decidedly different aftermath as they were transported to another Paris, or version of Paris. Here they uncovered an onyx carver that seemed to be calling out the names of those executed, and in this case, his most recent uttering was one Captain Milan. They were given a coin/disc and subjected to a cacophony of hideous laughter that seemed to chant the name Azathoth. Upon returning to the real world, the entire party reunited for the first time in 5 years and determined to investigate Rigault. Later that evening, they reconvened at the catacomb entrance just outside the city. There they encountered a youthful, healthy Rigault and his masked laborers that were carrying skulls and bodies from the carts to the catacombs. Guillaume and Etienne investigated Rigaud and discovered that he has been carving what the party called devil henna into the foreheads of the guillotine skulls. These masked servants appeared to be the very same guillotine dead, but they carried heads and bodies that did not match as they had in life. The party escaped Rigaud and returned to the ghoul lair of Guillaume and Michel, where flesh tapestries and their next steps were discussed and decided. They elected to travel to Sheraton Asylum and talk to the jailed Fenelek in the hopes of learning a way to defeat Rigaud. Gaining entry into the asylum using the coin/disc provided them in the Dream Paris, the party met the shattered remains of one Comte Fenelek. Wheelchair-bound and utterly immobile, the Comte possessed 2 eyes resembling the expanse of galaxies or nebula, complete with stars and void. He stated he would help them, but they must do something for him in return. And that was the last that we had been with the party, and we will pick up right there as Comte Fenelek says, "But you can do something for me."
Okay.
And what is that?
You must go to my former estate. There is something I need in my old lair.
So in these 5 years, what is the current state of affairs with the old Tentaclick estate?
As far as you know, the Fenticle estate has dropped into disrepair. There are Fenticles everywhere. It is overgrown. It is no one has kept it up. No one has bought it. It is a possession of the state.
Like France.
Like France. Yeah.
Tentacles everywhere. Yeah.
But it's not like guarded by the army or anything crazy like that, right?
No, it's to your knowledge, it's abandoned.
Okay, cool. And what would you want us to grab?
In my lair, you will find an arm. I wish it brought to me.
As in a weapon of some sort, yes?
No, I
No.
think he means an arm.
Like a right or left hand?
Like Etienne's hand, you know?
Yes,
Who's
I was hoping for the latter.
Is it right or is it left?
It is a carved appendage. You
What?
must bring it to me.
What is it carved out
Right.
of?
Or left?
You will know it when you see it.
Eh.
It will appear different to you all. Some will appear to be alabaster, some marble, some black stone. But it will be an arm, a left arm.
Will it be carved?
I imagine that's how you make an arm from a thing that is not actually an arm.
It is carved.
Michelle, I apologize. She has gotten sassier in the last 5 years.
It's
That's a
okay.
yell.
It's okay. I eat people now.
Yeah. But you cannot eat this arm, Michelle. It's not people arm.
I still have a wooden arm.
Oh, you really? You never mentioned that.
I do, yeah.
Never even heard about that. How
These
long have
last
you
5
known that?
years I've been good to my arm.
It doesn't show.
Oh.
Whose arm is this? Did you take it from someone? Did you make it for yourself? If we touch it, is something terrible going to happen? Kind of like that time we tried to walk through a door?
You should be safe. Bring it back to me here, and I will tell you how to fight Rigaud.
Well, I don't see there's anything we need to read into here. I mean, it's just
Seems perfectly legit to me, I think.
he's got an arm at his house. He wants us to go get his arm. It's
Classic Fenelek.
it's harmless.
Maybe he's having another theme party. This time it's mannequins.
Oh, that would be
Right.
nice.
Or woman against who are we to judge?
Okay,
All right.
welcome back to Mondays. Wait.
What does the arm do? Why do you need it? Is yours so useless?
I lost a leg. I know what it's like. You can tell me.
I lost an arm.
No, really?
Wait,
This is the third time I have heard of this arm, and I have only known you for 90 seconds.
That is strange. I have rarely heard about it at all.
He barely ever talks about it.
You must have one of those faces, Count. People like to tell you shit.
Yes.
I wouldn't know. I cannot see anymore.
I know. What a fucking pity. Tell us about Zion again. What does it do? Why do you need it? You have two.
You need information, yes.
Yes, but I like going in informed.
You will bring me the arm. I will tell you the information you need.
Can I persuade him? Is that a roll, or am I thinking like D&D?
No, you can persuade. You have persuasion.
Do I have
There's no
good
persuading ever in
I
Call of
have
Cthulhu.
terrible persuade,
No,
but we're
no.
gonna try.
It's the one thing that's
Nope,
actually against
that
all rules.
failed.
You can't do it.
That
You can-
failed.
Guillaume's got this.
Guillaume,
You
do
actually
the
lose
persuade.
sanity when you try and do it.
Yeah.
No,
It's in
I'm
the
kidding.
rules.
I have terrible persuasion.
Also, we should look at that tentacle. Jules' tentacle is the tentacle of inkiness. It's a tentacle which can spray ink, which can be used to blind enemies for a round. Submitted by Andy Johnson. Pretty useful.
Say it was a good thing.
It was a good thing. And
Definitely didn't come from the comp.
yeah, Guillaume's wild magic surges. Any fires set by Guillaume jingle like wind chimes when they burn.
Adorable.
Kinda nice.
Christmas school.
That's festive. That's like a Christmas
Just a
thing.
Yeah,
missing
yeah.
sound file. It's
Fenelek, I did not know much when I assaulted your estate and captured you and brought you low. I can do without your information, but it would be easier to have it. Now tell us, before we bring you this arm, will it bring you back to power? What does it do?
And I will attempt to roll persuade also.
Okay.
Sergeant turned into Arnold Schwarzenegger.
When Mike tries to make Wow.
Second alcoholic.
That was your one. That was your one in 5 sessions that you get.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm out.
Fenelek looks impressed by your persuasive, almost judicial behavior, and he nods in his absent, kind of void gaze. If you are concerned about me coming back into the same state that I was before, I will not. This process of my return will take centuries. You will be long dead, but France will live if you bring me the arm.
Oh, good. This is what I wanted.
But we like
No,
France.
eventually everyone becomes someone else's problem. Let's get him the fucking arm.
Wait.
Oh, maybe that's what it's for.
I could try to eat his brain. Maybe then I know what he knows.
Right.
That's not a bad.
That's not a phrase I was prepared to listen to.
I don't hate it as a plan. I don't hate it.
Wait.
He, I'm assuming you're saying this out loud,
Oh,
Guillaume.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You just
We're all
hear
just like,
a-
yeah, we should eat his brain.
Right.
It's strong. It's strong.
You see with the kind of the ear cock of someone whose vision
Hello.
no longer their right. Someone whose vision is no longer their dominant sense as he turns his head and begins to gargle a throaty laugh at the thought of his brain being eaten.
The ear cock sounds like.
Yeah.
Oh, he's.
It sounds like he's not opposed to it.
I
Let's
mean,
take a vote.
this guy's.
This is a democracy now.
Martine, you are here. Are you not?
Let's go get the arm.
She said that she had missed you for these last 5 years.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah,
thank
you guys
Stop
are
trying to
married.
make fetch happen, Captain.
I have 2 demands. You must bring me the arm.
And her
And Martine. And Martine, you must come closer.
Martine shuffles half an inch forward and she says, "Okay, look, I'm closer now, and okay, arm time."
Scared.
I told you I could eat some.
And so
She
then
does-
Martine
that's
shoves Michelle forward very close and goes, "Oh, look, I'm coming forward now."
It's me, Fenelik.
You may leave if you wish
You can teach
and have
me.
regards. You may leave if she does not come forward.
If
I may be in the asylum now, but soon the real
Not
terror
hurting
will
us.
be outside these walls.
I believe him. Martin, you should swap places with me and get real close. You can see all the details in his face from here.
Thank you, Michelle.
He's kind of handsome in his own way.
Why don't we get the arm first and then negotiate me being any closer to this idiot?
It appears as though we are already here. Perhaps he could tell us more about the arm before we go.
No, I think we have all we need to know. Let's go get the arm.
I think you got this. And Renault pushes her forward.
God damn it.
You are fine.
Okay, as she is pushed forward,
she's gonna remember this.
It's like a telltale.
Yeah.
Martin
remembers.
Martin remembers.
As she gets pitched forward, she kind of, pulls herself up just before kind of crashing into the wheelchair, but the long, shattered, almost talon-like fingers of Fenelek peel off of the wooden hands or the wooden armrests of the wheelchair, and his forefinger and his middle finger they're so long they almost wrap around her wrist once. And the rest of you see the following. As this occurs and Martine turns back to look at you, you see the color drain from her eyes as her eyes become identical to the pair that Fenelek now possesses. You see the void, you see the stars within the void as she blinks, and for a moment it appears as if she does not have eyes. Martine, your vision has not changed whatsoever. The long talons uncurl from around the wrist, releasing Martine, and he kind of again does his patented ear cock as chat like, and as he gives that ear a good cock towards her, he says, "No, my dear, you are protected. Fetch me my arm." And mechanically what this means is the power of the tentacle is now in your eyes. So if you want to spray this stuff, it drains from your eyes and
tentacles
out of them. Yeah.
Your
So
eyes shoot
basically, I can
tentacles out.
spray ink out of my eyeballs, is what I'm hearing.
You can spray ink
tentacles out, and the tentacles spray ink.
Ink out of my eyeballs.
and then they
What the fuck? All right.
Martine's gonna rub her arm and be like,
Or like those people who squirt milk from their eye, but it's just ink.
it's just ink.
He doesn't go for it, just goes like triples right here. You're
You
like,
plug your nose. Yeah, exactly.
it's like this
Bond villain from Casino Royale. It's like weepy eyes.
She like cries like one here.
right. It's like those people that like sneeze and you see the bubble appear in the corner of their eye as much like Mike does.
Wait, what? I haven't. This is why I don't meet people. That sounds fucking terrifying.
No.
You've never seen anybody that's blown their sinus out?
I have a number of questions, Greg.
When they blow their nose or
Must be a
sneeze,
generation thing.
right? When they blow, yeah. Back whenever we were battling the cholera outbreak. This was,
Is this a baby boomer thing?
Before or after the Spanish flu.
right?
Hipsters.
Yeah,
Flu.
Sounds like the fucking
right.
Black Plague.
This was back whenever we were determining who was going to write on the cave walls and who was going out to hunt. But when somebody sneezes that has a blown sinus, it will force liquid out of whatever eye the sinus.
I don't want to
is
do
blown
this, but someone fucking Google this for me because I don't want to see pictures of fucked up eyes. But someone else do that for me.
I don't want to know.
Someone tell me if it's fucked up or not.
All right, I'm
I just got
go ahead and
back.
sneeze eye bubble.
This is sneeze eye bubble. That's what I want you to do.
You guys link it
So
for us.
sneeze eye
We'll
bubble.
put it on-
Got it.
put it on
I'm
links.
gonna roll with sanity for this one.
Well, I'll tell
Retinal
you-
detachment.
Well, I'll tell you the easiest way to do it. Go on YouTube, and there are cats on there they've blown their sinuses out, and they'll put on the big masks you had when you were a kid to go swimming, like the ones that were like this, without like the goggles or just the big swimming masks. They fill them with water, put them on their face, and then they'll blow like that, and you'll see the bubbles coming out of their eyes.
Who the fuck are you, Greg? And why do you know that? That's so weird.
I haven't.
Yeah,
Am I just the only one creeped out by this insane amount of knowledge that Greg has about this really specific thing no one else heard about? I'm fucking terrified by it.
And this is why he's our Cthulhu narrator.
I didn't want to tell you guys exactly what the topic of my dissertation was, but it was.
So he said he found ways to torture us.
I literally don't see
and
anything
now
on the
this is
internet
it.
about it.
This is what he's torturing us with. Meta's done. She's out. She's
Like, bye.
She's going to space. Oh man.
All right.
Greg, I need you to understand that, like, you do choose to seek out these things. They don't usually find you.
I've never.
Unless you sneeze.
I've sneezed many times in my life, and ain't none of that happened.
I just see pictures of cats sneezing.
Right.
This is just like my normal Google history.
I've set you all on the path. It is up to you all if you will travel down it or not. So I've given you that nugget.
Thank you, NPC of the internet.
Honestly, at this point, I would like to go back to Martine getting bad touched by the comp.
Right.
Like, I've weighed the two options and not as preferable.
Okay. So, anywho, mechanically speaking, whenever you wish, your eyes will pop out of your head, turn into tentacles, and spray ink at whoever you would like to do so. Everything with the tentacle power remains the same, duration, availability. So you just Beetlejuice it out every once in a while whenever you want to.
That was the scariest part of being
Makes sense.
for me as a kid.
If I had a nickel for every time I just told the Beetlejuice it out,
You have 1 nickel.
I'd have 1 nickel.
I'm extremely jealous.
I want you guys to know I'm watching a veterinarian in Cambridge discuss cat sneezing right now because I want to know what this is. Anyway, all right, back to.
I hope Jack can hear it.
Jack, I'm so sorry. We do a lot of weird shit here.
Oh, Myth just sent me a DM. It's weird.
I need to apologize for.
All right.
Did you guys?
Yeah.
Did you guys?
No, I don't know what it's some sort of bubble.
He found
on the
a fucking
eyeball.
bubble
I literally
in an
don't, I don't know
eye,
if that's it.
You okay? Hold on, everybody. Time out.
Guys, take 5. Greg's gonna help us out. Chat, don't worry about it. We'll be back.
I'll find it. I'll put it in chat too if I can find it.
That's what I found.
Yeah, that was.
Am I gonna?
Click at your own risk.
It's
No, I
not
gotta
that
click
bad.
that.
It's
Whoa,
gross,
that's
but
like
it's.
polyp.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's.
I don't
Yeah.
think that's what it was.
I've googled worse things in my time.
Oh God!
Apparently, Jules hasn't.
Well, that's why I know Control Shift N.
You win some, you lose some.
That's right. You control shift.
Yeah, no,
in.
don't go searching for this. It could end.
Yeah, you gotta show up on some government list for sure.
I'm at the top of all this.
No one's surprised.
I
Greg.
write the list.
Right? Yeah, right. It's the only way I just.
We all know each other.
Okay, obviously it's in there. You can.
Well, we believe you, Greg.
Okay.
Fucking
all right.
creep.
But in the after show, Greg's gonna show us all about this weird
got
shit.
it.
Let me demonstrate my own eyeballs.
That's
Right,
right.
so you could spray like into the AM ink out of your eyes. Is what you're
Yeah,
saying.
you spray cats with weird eyes out of your eyes.
Yep.
Right.
What have I done?
You
I'm sorry,
cat
Wanda.
sneeze.
Okay, so anywho, you are after our turn into blown out sinuses. You are presented with this option is to go to the estate of Fenelic if you wish his help. Recapture an arm that would be down in his former Sanctus Sanctorum and return it to him here at the asylum. It seems benign.
It always seems.
I
benign.
say we go. There might be a great deal of powerful things we could find at someone like Fenlick's house, and
Right.
could give us some closure on all could give me some closure on the flesh tapestries there. You know.
Yes, I would love for you to wear clothes.
I mean, I know I never got to say goodbye to all my friends in the flesh tapestry there.
Did you name them?
Wait.
What were their names, Michelle?
Honestly, I've forgotten some. I've forgotten some of
It's not
them.
important.
Yeah,
You guys have lost touch, right?
yeah.
Martin, I am uncomfortable with how comfortable you are with this conversation.
Petty bit of column A, petty bit of column B.
What?
You say comfortable
Comfortable.
because he's a.
Comfortable.
That's what I said. Yes.
Let's go so Michelle can speak to his imaginary flesh friends, and we can get this on. And
The words just seem to roll off to your tongue. As
yeah,
if you-
after 5 years, you just you go with it.
My flesh friend is not imaginary.
That's a different thing entirely. What you're talking about.
Hey, was Fenelic a quadriplegic? Like, could he move his arms? Did we see him move his arms?
Yes,
yeah, you just
did.
saw him.
grabbed
Yeah,
Martine.
he extended.
Oh,
Yeah,
right. Yes. Okay. Because I was
Did
like,
the
maybe
bad
he
touch.
could use that to like try to rebuild himself. But yeah, I have no idea. Okay.
You can roll a. Let's see, a medicine. Anybody can roll a medicine check if they would like to see if you can ascertain maybe a more precise definition of Fenelix current condition.
Oh my god, people can squirt milk out their eyes. I just googled it and it's
That's
real.
what I said. Yeah.
What?
Okay, I had seen that before because kids in the lunchroom do real weird shit in America, but
That's true. They do weird shit in lunchrooms.
And that squirting the milk out of the eyes and squirting water out of the eyes, that's because they have some type of sinus defect.
You're a sinus defect.
you have a science defect. I guess.
You have a sinus
Indication
defect in
you are
character,
a sinus
and it's full of ink right now.
Oh man. I just googled
That
that
whole
shit. I'm
flu season's
scarred.
gonna suck for Martine.
Oh, God,
You have a
so
sinus
bad.
defect. No, you have a sinus
glad
defect.
No, you do.
Your mom had
I'm
a
glad I
science
could brighten your
Whoa.
day. Will.
Jeez, this game.
Yeah.
What a world.
All right, so we have to go to the estate,
Yeah.
back to the estate, and grab an arm for God knows why.
Pretty much.
I mean, he asked nicely.
Because he asked nicely.
Yeah.
That's what we do when people ask us to do
What
things.
if I say please?
You just
Okay,
go,
fine.
okay.
All right.
It's not like the man tried to kill us and make me an evil vampire or anything.
Historically,
yeah.
it's worked
He
well
didn't
for
do
me.
that. He turned you into a galaxy eye lady.
I'd be cool
Some
with the
octo
galaxy
eyes.
guys. Actually, that would be
Octo eyes.
fun.
Well, you have.
You're probably fine.
I don't think I have them for permanent, do I?
They drain.
Yeah.
Undetermined.
Sure.
You don't know yet. Yeah, I guess not.
You definitely have it for an amount of time.
Okay.
If it lasts
Let's go
longer
to-
than
let's
6
go to his
hours.
house. Is Omelette du Fromage like scared now of Michelle, or are they still like
Oh no, he's dead.
freaking out?
Yeah,
behind-
Omelette du Fromage is no longer canon.
Oh.
Omelette du
Yeah, he-
Fromage got fucking...
Is omelette glue fromage?
Yeah.
It's not even clever nor funny. It just rhymed. More like omelette poo fromage, am I right?
Am I right?
Oh, you people are the
Got
worst.
him.
You guys are hitting him out of the park, gang.
Yeah. On our A game today with these kids.
Oh,
You're welcome, Chad.
it's like a game full of metas. I can't do it. I can't.
They came for the Cthulhu and ran screaming because of the comedy. Okay.
What
do you guys wanna do?
Tagline.
Okay, so we know the house is no longer is like owned by the state. Does that mean that we know that there are soldiers at the estate, or can you just fucking walk right in there?
I mean, we are soldiers. We could pretend we're stationed there.
I'm not a soldier.
We can
Right,
lie.
they can't.
I'll put you in a cape and add a wig.
I'm a
Everything will be
naked
fine.
man.
We're already disguised. Problems
I'm
already
like
taken
that
care
isn't
of.
my own. Okay.
All right, you guys are discussed.
Yeah, you
guys
disguised it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
you got
right,
a really good success on.
Yeah, we're
Right?
looking
Yeah, they are
hot.
still disguised. Michelle's finally wearing clothes. Everything's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guillaume
I
looks
look
like
like-
Jason Statham, according to
Yeah.
the role that we had last week.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm beautiful.
I look more like Jason Segal, or
David.
yeah,
Steven Seagal? Is that what you're going for?
that's the one.
Yeah,
It's
nailed
been,
it,
it's been a
buddy.
long, it's been a long day.
David
We're,
Spade.
we're a couple of rum and cokes down. Like, you know what I was trying to say.
It's been a long day of playing pretend. You know, I can't make up names.
Reality is very far away from me right now. Like, my mind is still on fucking milk coming out of people's eyes as a biological thing that is allowed by God. Jesus Christ.
So, Will, you're saying that I landed a freaky punch on you? Like I got through your
No,
defenses.
this is Lindy. This is Lindy in chat with the milk eye thing. The eye bubble,
Yeah.
that's just something fucked up that's wrong
Yeah.
with you, Greg. The eye thing is like,
Definitely.
that has evidence. Like, this is a thing when I Google it, it's
the same
real.
thing. It's the same thing. The
It's
milk
just
and
not. Oh yeah, like they have bubbles in their eyes.
This is
No,
this is the lost episode of Cthulhu where we got zero
Right.
down.
Yeah. If we make it to the house, I'll be satisfied at this point.
Damn it, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
I've made my decree. Now, what the fuck are you people
I
doing?
can blow bubbles out my eyes. I am gonna go to the estate. That's what I do.
Just you.
I walk
Good
away.
job.
They go there.
Oh,
Squirt a little bit of Teary out my eyes. What else can people get out their eyes? Like that's the thing. Like why just milk?
It's not just milk.
I have to know.
You could whatever. You can do it with anything. It's just
It's
people use
anything.
milk because you could
It's
see
not like
it.
they're milking their eyes. It's not like the eyes are producing
no,
milk.
they're just drinking milk
You don't have
And
mammary
through their nose.
in there.
I'm just confused, guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
you
a
know,
little
like whenever
scared,
you
but-
laugh and you snort and you're drinking
Sure.
something, you blow it out your nose. If you have a sinus defect and you can learn how to do that, it'll pop out of your eye, and that's what these
But
kids
eyes
are.
don't have holes. Noses
They
have
do.
big
do.
holes.
No, there's that's
Medicine
why you
you're
get a runny
running-
nose when you
running-
when you
running
cry
the wrong
is
way the
because
whole
your
time.
tears are
So
going
like it
into your
comes out
sinus.
that tiny little. So it's not like a fucking like spray. It's like a little concentrated.
We're
Okay.
getting somewhere, everybody. Yes, it
There we
doesn't
go.
spray in the eyes. It's sort of like it's like you cry. It comes out through.
I've genuinely
like,
never heard anything of that before. So this is like like genuinely never heard that. And then you're
Whoa,
like.
time out.
Yeah.
I need to
And then
be
you're like,
going.
sci-fi is now. You're like, we're in the
It's
darkest
years.
timeline.
Since Will's been
Years
to
of
school, so he's
Cthulhu
like,
and-
whoa, hold on,
I
education.
I didn't go to school, guys. I mean, I dropped out to play D&D. This is what happens. You don't learn this shit.
This is it. This is actually what happens junior year.
Yeah, junior. Yeah, that is true. No, Wake Forest does it first semester senior year, but still,
Right.
No, I mean this is
definitely
there you
not
go.
the first two.
we've done some good work here.
I
today.
was a musical theater kid, and I know that. It's just-
Yeah, I did humanities.
That's why you know that.
That's why I know that.
That's why.
It was a weird production of Thoroughly Modern Millie.
I was listening to that soundtrack.
Apparently it's dangerous. Sorry, I'm reading this now. Like, there's a Huffington Post article on why you shouldn't do it.
That's a reliable news source right there.
We've lost
Right.
Will forever.
It doesn't usually
Yeah, he's
allow
not coming
something to
back.
come back in from the eye once it's out. It's done by the nose. Oh, so it is a sinus thing.
What's happened?
I could
What
just,
happened?
I'm
20
reading
minutes
YouTube
later,
comments
Greg,
now.
you're right.
The liquid has to go somewhere, so it squirts out of the eye. The science is simple, but actually attempting it may not be worth the risk. It
There
could
you go.
wreck.
Okay. Wait for like 2 days.
It
from
could
now,
wreck the
Will
process of
hurt
crime.
himself trying to blow milk out his eyeballs.
Yeah. it's
I'm
been a
like,
whole
I
stream.
don't know. Like,
IRL directory.
Okay, so
Give
you
me a
guys know
gallon of
Howie
milk.
Mandel, right?
Fucking
He's on
Personally.
America's Got Talent now. Yeah, yes. When he was a comedian, he used to put a rubber glove, like a surgical glove, over his head, and he would drop it down below his nose, and he'd breathe out of his nose and blow it up, and then shoot it off his head. Like that was a thing he did in the '80s.
You see that with swim caps.
Yep, and he popped a couple of them, and on the last one he did, he popped, and the pressure changed so badly he blew one of his sinuses out, and that's yet another fact I've realized that I know about blown out sinuses. So
Dude, this
I thought it-
this is what is wrong with America today.
Oh,
we don't do
80s.
this shit in England. We don't have these problems. You
We
guys are fucking
learned
squirting
over here
milk out your eyes.
because we can't leave our homes because there's flying bullets. So we just
what are you gonna do? Just fucking squirt some milk, I guess.
right.
God.
All right, I'm back in. I'm back in.
All right.
I'm re-immersed.
Sure.
Really?
Okay. So, are you guys off to the estate? As for whether or not you know it's under guard, you do not. So you will have to ascertain or do some recon when you get there.
Sweet.
All right, let's go.
Okay, it takes you the better part of, because they're both in the same direction away from Paris, it takes you the better part of a couple hours. You're getting there right around dusk, and as you get there, the estate is laid out the same way that you remember. The town around it seems quieter. However, you do see that there are people moving. Farmers, peasants, and such seem to be going in and out of some of the common places, general store, tavern. But unlike the other times that you had been there with the drivers and the carriages and the different kind of hotel accommodations and cottage industry that is there to kind of maintain the standards for all of the comps, various parties, they're gone and closed up. There's no traffic heading towards the comps. And in fact, the road itself is overgrown a bit. There are no even wagon wheel ruts. There are no trails blazed through this. So the closer you get to the comps estate, you're actually going through, knee, waist high grass.
Interesting. But we're riding horses, right?
Yes, yeah.
Perfect.
And as you pull up in front of the estate, you see that the interior of the walls, the gates are closed. The interior of the grounds are much like the exterior, completely overgrown. All of the decorative topiaries and things like that, the actual gardening and the tiers and the flower arrangements are all gone or overgrown. The place itself has fallen into disrepair. There seems to be vines crawling around the outside. The growth isn't too extreme yet, but there are also several broken windows in the front. In fact, the window that you all peeked in to see the beautiful bloody kiss exchange between Martine and Michelle has been shattered. There do appear, though, that the closer you get towards the building, the vegetation doesn't seem to be as dense. Because if you remember correctly, that there's like a field of cobblestones there where the people were dropped off for the parties.
Mm.
I'm sorry, guys. I've gone down a rabbit hole here.
Should we just proceed?
It looks nice here.
Are the bodies still there? Or is it all cleaned up?
The body seems to be on the floor.
Yeah, there's no bodies on the floor.
Okay, the bodies.
No one's let them.
Okay.
It's underdressed. I won't lie. But let's. Do we need to knock? We don't need to knock.
I'd like to see if there's any anybody around, like that's hiding.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Spot hidden.
I'm also going to give you one of those.
Yeah.
Guillaume, you don't see anything? Okay, for those of you that rolled, Martine, as you kind of point up a bit on top of your horse to get a better look, as you're looking around the grounds, you do notice off to the right, while looking at the estate, there seems to be a couple of ruts through the grass that would indicate that something has passed through that grass recently.
Martine's gonna point that out to everybody.
Seems like something went through the grass recently, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like.
What does it
there's
look like? Footsteps?
Wagon.
From this distance, you can't tell how many there are, but it looks as if the tall grass has been split and depressed in at least one location. You'd have to get closer to kind of ascertain number or size.
Let's get a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, At this point, the only way to get closer is to go inside the grounds themselves and open up the gates, which are currently locked.
Anyone good at picking locks?
No. I can jump everybody over.
Yes, why don't we just get over the same way we did before and climb the fence?
Just like old times.
Climb.
Happy memories. I did not climb the fence last time. You have to tell me all about it.
Oh, yes, that's right. Are you wearing pants? I don't want to...
Yes, Martine's wearing her uniform.
Okay. He'll take a low stance and lift somebody up to get over the fence.
I was going to say, just as Meta said, you guys can get over two ways. You can climb over yourselves with the old, stand on my shoulders method, or Guillaume possesses the ability to kind of Incredible Hulk you guys over the wall.
Ooh, let's do the Hulk
throw.
one.
But let's do that.
Who wants to go first?
Mechanically, here's how it'll be. A climb roll is assisted with advantage if there's somebody helping you. Otherwise, Guillaume's going to be rolling. What do you have? Leap, climb?
Jump.
I'm
just going to have him get on my back and just jump with him over it.
Like a frog. Like a gorgeous frog.
A naked frog. Disguised as Jason.
Guys,
perfect.
Not naked.
It was a weird day, guys.
Great day. Another Monday.
Who's going first?
I'll go.
I will go first. No, me first.
Oh, no.
Get out of my way.
No, me. I want this. You have had your thing. You have tentacle eyes. I want this.
You can climb. I can't climb.
Okay.
I only have one arm.
This is
to get me to go around. It's okay.
God damn it.
Yeah, I see you just have
I mount and then kick you off.
Get back. God damn you.
Oh.
Okay, roll that jump roll so we can see if we can get
This is gonna be so sad if it fails.
But
It'd be
also
perfect.
very
I hope I lose my other arm.
It's only a matter of time before we get it though, right?
Yeah,
It's true.
with a perfect leap over into the grass, Etienne, you are delivered to the other side of the wall. How would everybody
Slowing
else
and
like to get
landing like
over?
a helicopter as well. It was super weird.
I can jump
Yeah.
back over and do it again.
The grass was blowing like this as she came in for a landing.
Exactly.
Like a helicopter.
Yeah, and I step off. and duck.
Michelle can do it, but I don't think anybody here trusts Michelle to do that for them.
I'll do it.
I think the sergeant would like you to give him a leap over, Michelle. Right, Sergeant?
Michelle, I have faith in you that you can do this.
Oh.
Carry me, my boy. Carry me.
And it's funny, Michelle's like super buff in strength, so probably because he's like got other people's like arms.
I feel like in like weird muscles though, not like in like normal
Oh, they're like
buff places.
yeah.
Like giant calves.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
Rob
giant
Lee
calves were
huge
like
fucking
actually
things.
sexy back then.
Well, yeah. But like just like really weird places that you're just like a
His
giant. neck.
like carpal tunnel is just like fucking ripped.
Yeah, wait. Who's the
Super strong.
counterpart? Rob Liefeld that just adds muscles where he can't like draw hands and wrists and things. So you just have like these like massive bicep hanging off your forearm and stuff.
So you want
So-
what kind of role do you want from me, Greg?
You're carrying over Sergeant
Sure.
Regal,
yeah,
or
yeah.
Reynolds. Okay. Yeah, just roll me a strength roll to see if you can kind of like post up and grab the wall and pull yourself up.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not as smooth as perhaps the perfectly executed helicopter jump by Guillaume, but you're able to pull yourself up and kind of
Yeah.
post up.
The trick is
swing
to,
over.
to lift with your back.
Yeah.
What I heard it is
Short, fast, jerking neck motion.
twisting. If you-
A short, quick jerk of
Roll
all
up
of
with
my
the
muscles very quickly. Yeah. So you're up there. Does he need to make a jump to get over?
No, yeah,
Okay,
we're
good.
just gonna say you guys got up. You're able to drop down into the grass on the other side. That would leave just Joseph. How are you getting over?
I was
think
gonna jump back
Guillaume's
over.
coming back to get me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then one more jump roll, and we'll see how.
Make it over. Make it back over. Or are we doing one roll for the whole thing?
Yeah, we'll say that. Yeah, you jumped
Okay.
over perfectly. You didn't have any. You can climb up over the wall better than anybody else.
Yeah.
And so you jump down, grab her, jump back over. You guys are on the other side of the fence, and you are now inside the realm of the former estate of Comte Fenelick. And once again, everything is very quiet on this side, perhaps a little bit more so now that the subtle sounds of the village have also kind of faded away and dropped off. You are now, I should have posted it up on Roll20 where you can actually see the estate. You guys are at the very base, right around number 1. You can proceed forward if you want north.
I head towards that track, and I want to try to see what's going on there with the.
Are you guys just
Go ahead.
walking? Or are you stealthing? Or are you trying to be quiet? Or are you trying
I don't
to be...
know if
I
we have any reason to be stealth.
No one
Yeah,
I
should
don't
be
think
here.
we had a reason to be quiet.
Should just be us in this old scary house.
Yeah,
Totally.
we weren't warned
Absolutely.
that there's anything weird. We just know there's a trail.
Yeah, we're not used to
unless
like.
someone smells or sees anything weird, ghouls. But I don't think,
Yeah, we're not used
as far
to
as me,
modern
I'm just
horror
gonna walk
media.
right up.
Yep, I'm going straight
Okay.
up.
Yeah, if you guys want to walk, perfectly fine. If you want to do some type of observational check, please do so. Spot hidden, smell in Guillaume's case.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of get a smell for whatever made the tracks rather than figure out from sight.
Okay, so as you get closer, the two that succeeded on their spot hiddens, Sergeant Terry Renault and Joseph, you all get closer to the tracks that Joseph spotted outside of the gates. And it doesn't take the two of you long to figure out that these are man-made tracks that have recently come through the soft earth. You can see that there are several boots, perhaps as many as a half dozen. They are walking behind one another to hide their numbers. But as they are coming through this way, with the smell roll, you recognize that these are in fact part of your delicacy Guillaume, these are humans. They have recently passed this way, and you smell nothing that would indicate that they have come back. It seems as if whatever trajectory they were headed in, they have not returned, at least not in this direction.
How recent would you say?
It's a one-way smell.
Super fresh, or is it?
Yeah, because you have the sense of of a predator as far as hunting. You would say that this was definitely recent, within the last couple hours.
No, they were here very recently.
Are they still here?
How can you tell?
Perhaps. Yes, the smell. You can
said
smell it.
They are human? Are they
Oh yes,
alive?
very human. Very human.
Alive human or dead human?
No, alive.
Is it a one-way smell or a two-way smell?
Michelle, roll a D100.
You can see if you get the back waft or not.
Right.
How long ago do you think they have passed?
Just a few hours ago.
Oh, so today. That is not good.
Yes. If
That should be
if
today.
they are still here, then either they are dead or whatever they're here for. I do not know.
They might be here for the same thing as we are.
I don't know why anybody else would know about this.
Unless
Wait,
it is Regolt.
Do they smell like what was inside the catacombs?
Yes or no? Great.
No, they have a different smell, a smell of blood actually pumping, producing sweat, producing perspiration.
Yeah, so no. They smell, well, I guess like them, right?
Yeah.
People.
Perhaps they think people seek us.
Will, have Michelle roll a D100 for me.
Yes, sir. 25.
As Guillaume is talking and kind of indicating, in conjunction with Sergeant Renault and Joseph, who can pretty much figure out the same thing as far as the passage. You know, the tracks lead in, at least in this area. They don't lead back out. And as Guillaume is explaining the smells and kind of to the uninitiated, you know, well, they smell like this, they smell like that. You realize that you too can smell what he's indicating. You can smell the blood, the sweat as it's lingering in the air. You know, if this were The Witcher 3, you could see it floating.
I'm getting a little bit of blood, a little hint of sweat there. I get that as well. Yeah, definitely people here.
Friend or foe is the question.
Well,
Great work today, Michelle. You have done well.
Thank you. I wonder if it is Regolt, because he seems to be against Fenelik, and if anyone might know what was going on here, it might be him, because, you know, he's got all those scary power stuff things going on now as well, you know?
But he would not smell human.
But maybe the people he worked for? Because he is a doctor, he had people who worked for him before, I seem to remember, but,
Right. Regardless, it still smells human, so...
Regardless, we.
Damn it. And Guillaume got close enough to Dr. Regaud in the catacombs that, I mean, you were within paces of him. His scent is very distinct, and you do not smell that among the, you know, that's something that Michelle couldn't pick up on, but you don't smell him.
I don't smell him, but at the same time, you know, I smell him. Know what I'm saying? Like, it smells like his kind of thing. At the same time, it doesn't smell like him.
Oh, yes, the plot.
Yes, I'm talking about foreshadowing. Okay.
You see foreshadows. I thought there was only one set of tracks.
You can smell shadow.
After a while, when you're down in the catacombs for long enough, everything's a shadow when you try hard enough.
Oh, right. Didn't think of it like that. So everything smells, therefore everything has a shadow. You smell shadow, I get it.
Just to make some kind of sense.
Right.
Maybe we should go on, but maybe we should go quieter now. If there are people here, they didn't pass by long ago. They might not be friendly.
Greg, do these tracks lead straight to the house?
They appear to head up and kind of disappear as soon as it hits those cobblestones where the carriages used to disembark.
Gotcha.
I'm going to equip my stealth hand.
I'm super gonna be stealthy. Like,
No one sees you do it.
yeah.
I equip my stealth leg.
One tiptoe.
I'm approaching the front of the house, I think, at this point.
I don't want to play anymore.
Okay.
Go, Gadget.
All right, see ya.
So, so Guillaume, you're going up to the front of the house.
Yeah.
Would you like to roll a? Yeah, give me a stealth roll, please.
Yes.
Yeah, as the rest of you are fucking around talking about arms and legs and replacing them with stealth modes, Guillaume slips away. Nobody detects it as he climbs up to, very similar to his original reveal during the final conflict at the Count Fenelix estate here. It's the same porch that he ran through to help Martine out during the battle in the entryway. And as you get closer, the smell intensifies a bit for you.
Mm.
And when you kind of saddle up right next to the lip and the rays of the porch as it goes into the building, you do notice that the front doors are slightly ajar.
Mm. Oh boy. Okay.
Nice porch he's got here.
Shh.
Oh, sorry.
We wouldn't know.
What have you done here?
I can smell it's good porch.
I'd like to look inside. Can I see anything inside? Like, I know it's not very large opening, but
Absolutely, yeah. If you creep up towards it, and with that roll, you can continue with that stealth roll.
Okay.
I'll let you do any of your senses: spot, listen, or scent, whichever you'd like to do.
I'm gonna do a listen. Oh yes.
Yeah. So every creak, every whistle through the broken windows, Guillaume almost closes his eyes as he just focuses in on the sound that's accompanying the estate, kind of just pushing away things that are identified as natural or just the wind. And as you kind of fine tune what you're deciphering from your senses, you hear conversation, just whispers at first, just but you can't make it out, but it's distinct, it's metered, it is the conversation of people at ease. And you catch a word every once in a while, and it's definitely French.
Okay. Male voices?
At this range, you can't tell, but the baritone nature of several of them would make you think that yes, they probably are male.
Does that sound like more than two voices?
Again, it's tough to make it out from this distance, but it's you definitely say that it's at least two.
Yeah. Okay. So it's our people inside. Not so close, but I can hear them. They do not know that we are here. We should keep it that way.
Okay.
Did you both sneak off? Because something snuck and we didn't detect it. So do we go with you when we snuck? I'm a little confused.
I thought Michelle was with me. I didn't know.
I thought
Okay.
Oh,
they
sure.
snuck and we stayed.
Yeah, I think I went with him.
Right. Okay.
Okay, whichever.
Oh, well, Michelle,
Just
I
so I
need
know.
you to roll a stealth check too if you're creeping up behind Guillaume.
Okay.
God damn it.
Big try, but I
Use
mean,
your crit. Do you have a crit?
Let's check on the screen. I do have one. Yeah, go on in. I'll spend it.
You don't have to.
No, fuck it. Fuck it.
Dick Van Dyke.
There it
sneaking
is.
skills.
There it is. I
Wow.
get some
Decisions.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
Michelle, accompanied by the time spent in the subterranean life with Guillaume, has made him a little more padded in his approach, and you quietly come up and join Guillaume as if there's any information you want to relate, you can only be related to Michelle, as the rest of the soldiers are still back at the point of the track.
Yeah, I'll just let Michelle know what I thought I had already said, but yeah, there's people inside, definitely at least two. But they don't know we're here yet, and I'm actually going to make my way back to where the others are to let them know as well, so they don't come guns blazing into the door.
I'll go with him. But we get 2 wild magic surges, well, 1 each, from the 2 at this point. Wild magic surges for the ghouls. Thank you, the 2. Okay,
let's
so nice.
As soon as you guys quit the porch, I'd like you to roll those, please.
By the way, I'm getting fan noise from someone. I don't know where it's coming from, if it's just me hearing that, but I hear it every now and again. Okay.
Yeah.
I hear it as well.
I think it's Mike. And I want to blame Mike in general. I
know you want to blame me, but there's no fans in my room.
When you speak, it comes through, yeah.
So
yeah,
weird.
it's Mike. Correct.
I'll look mine up. Well, he's clearly going to act on that one. 1, 2, 4, 3. I am rumored to have participated in a genocide against elves. Can it be the Dutch?
Okay,
Can it be the
It's a bedtime story that we tell each other.
We're going to switch it to the Dutch.
Can it be the Dutch? Oh man, I'm unbelievable. Fit of 5,000 cheer. Let's get 2 nat 20s for everyone and a boss monster, please. Thank you, friend.
What your Dutch eyes see.
What your Dutch eyes see. The tracks lead away from this place. Guillaume, 8575, all within 50 yards, appear to have advanced leprosy. That's cool.
Cool.
That's good. I mean, me and Guillaume probably look like we do already with ghouls.
Leprosy.
It's like
Guillaume
it's not beginner. It's not beginner leprosy. This is like next level.
Not even
leprosy is bad.
Yeah, this is like, you know,
appendages falling off randomly.
I mean, your face has got holes in
full
it
limbs.
at that point. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
impressive.
Right. So that's what you see as soon as you quit the porch, as you all were listening and kind of sneaking up there. When you guys go down, Guillaume, you notice that there is a tug, almost the feeling of, and you've being the most mythos-oriented of everybody here, with the exception perhaps of Michelle now, you both feel a sort of tug, almost as if something holds you back or presses against your chest for a moment, and then you step free of the porch and everything returns to normal as far as your ability to progress without any type of hindrance. But you feel as if a barrier of some kind has been breached or had been set for a particular purpose. And as soon as that happens, the visage of your companions, the remaining soldiers, begins to wither, and you see flesh begin to slough off the sides of their cheeks as large patches contain boils, and there's milk coming from their eyes. There's all these very bizarre things that Michelle's never heard of before. And as you guys get closer, the only thing that seems to have remained the same is Etienne's wooden arm. Everything else, though, for Guillaume at least, appears to be experiencing an advanced state of rot. We're not going to say leprosy. Yeah, we're not going to say it's leprosy for Guillaume. For Guillaume, these look like the living dead. These look like corpses that have been reanimated.
Michelle?
Wait.
Do you see this?
Oh, he looks over. He's been looking at the porch decorations. Wait. Oh, that's not beginner leprosy. That's advanced leprosy. That's not like anything I've ever seen. This is the truth. One of them.
It's not like anything you've leper seen.
Nice.
I did that one for Mike.
The leprosy at the end of the rainbow. They must truly be advanced, grand leprosicians of their order.
Nailed it.
Thank you. That is not quite right. Have you ever seen anything like that, Guillaume?
Oh, but they're not very delicious looking anymore.
It reminds me of genocide of the Dutch that I took part in. A lot of them had a lot of strange things going on as well. I mean, they spoke Dutch.
Yes, I very much enjoy that story you tell me.
Oh, it was so good. I get a misty eyed look as I consider the mass murder of many Dutch people.
You look off as the sun just dips in the west, and the last glints of sunlight hit the smiling and perhaps a little damp under the eyes face of Michelle as he remembers his purported and actual attempted genocide of the Dutch.
Remember it like
Okay,
it
so you
was
guys get
yesterday.
back. But
Yeah, we scurry back.
Guillaume is currently not really looking at anybody in the eyes anymore. Kind of just,
Those guys in there, they've got bubbly eyes, and they've got like advanced leprosy in there. I mean like Dutch levels of leprosy. It's those guys are good.
The dreaded Dutch leprosy.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's
Dutch leprosy.
Michel.
Yes. Wait.
We've got a problem inside the house.
Yes.
There's some individuals
Okay.
inside our same, I believe, same people.
I know this. I saw.
Yes.
Oh, you're telling everyone else. Okay.
Yes. So we have to be quiet. I don't know, but I believe they don't know that we are here yet. So perhaps we can be quiet or use another entrance.
It's best nobody touch them, because you might get beginner leprosy and then it will progress. Too many
I see
times.
everybody within 50, so these our companions also have this rot. Correct, Greg?
Correct. Yes.
Yes, that's why I'm not looking at them.
Right.
Oh, guys.
Are you guys like next to? Are you guys back up with us now?
Yeah.
They've come back. Come back up from the porch to you guys. Guillaume,
To tell you.
Yes. Leprosy, and Michel is fondly remembering his attempted genocide of the Dutch.
Guillaume, are you okay? You seem Did you see something? Did you smell something?
No, it's yes, I'm fine. Is perhaps just a little hungry.
Guys are like that. Yeah.
What?
Got the bubbly eyes going on too.
I know.
Do we tell them? I mean, it's kind of embarrassing.
It's not helpful.
Is something the matter, Michel?
No, I was just thinking about, when I tried to kill all those Dutch people.
Michel, I cannot be sure, but your face looks like it is concerned, but it's also very much dead. I can't tell if it is concerned or
This is just
decay.
what my face looks like now.
Just decay. Okay, I didn't want to be rude and presumptuous and assume that you were just slowly dying.
Michel has the resting face.
Only on the inside. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, if you're not concerned, then perhaps we should just enter the estate.
But no, we could just enter. We'd have to be quiet.
Yes, keep it down. There are people in there who don't look too good.
But you said there's only a few of them, yes?
Uh-huh.
Well, why don't I just shoot one? Etienne can shoot one. Yes.
If they have information, and we don't necessarily want to kill them all.
Well, we could also wound them.
Could maim them.
Yes.
You did say you were hungry, Guillaume. You could eat one of them.
Yes.
Oh,
that came across my mind a few times.
Worst case scenario, Joseph can give his gun to Michel. He can shoot one.
I don't think they'd be too good for eating, honestly.
Perhaps I can sneak into the window on the second floor. And then...
To the wall.
Well, yeah, I think it's unbelievable. Can I do another boss monster, but to help the party? I felt bad trying to kill someone, even with nat 20s. Thank you. It's got a conscience. I like this guy.
You know, it's nat 20s. Look at them all.
Give and take.
Oh.
Give and take.
Yin and yang. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's try and find another way in. Do we know of any other ways into the house?
We do. The back door by the kitchen.
Sure.
Also the window.
Yeah, I don't think Michel ever used it. He's like, let's go in around the back entrance.
Michelle and Joseph don't know about it, but isn't that how y'all got in the other time?
The back door? You went out of the back door
Yeah,
to
I went
go.
out the back door.
Yeah, you
I
went out.
did. We know about the back door. Let's go into the back door.
Wait, it's the back door. Wait. I always know.
There is a back door.
Always use the back door.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Your ex-girlfriend told us about it.
So that softball just went.
There it is.
There we go.
Everyone got a little look on their
that one
face when they
hang.
were like, am I gonna go for that?
You're welcome.
Who's gonna say it?
Everybody, am I gonna? Everybody watches the softball.
Is it gonna be
No,
me?
not gonna swing on
It
that.
I
is.
couldn't think of her name. What was the problem?
Okay, so okay,
go.
you guys are whoever's going around to the back. If it's all of you all, I need stealth checks. I will allow the ghouls to maintain their original stealth checks since they have approached before, but the other 3 need to roll them.
Yep.
Etienne, stealth check, please. There we go. Oh, perfect. Okay. So the only person as a group stealth check, you guys are able to get through there, even with kind of the heavy-footed nature of Sergeant Terry Renault. He is getting older, and he's not quite as quiet as he used to be in his Dutch killing days. But
I'm just loading my flintlock. I'm not sure why we're being quiet when we can shoot people.
I don't understand. Why you were crouching? Just stand up. Stand up.
show yourself.
Rather Frenchman. Stand up.
If I ate his tongue, would you be offended?
No, do it now.
I can hear you. I can hear
Use
you.
your ears too.
When you crouch, it does not make your mouth quieter. Just stand up.
Okay, so you guys get around to the back. Give me a marching order. I'm assuming that probably Guillaume and Michelle are near the front, but I'd like to have at least an idea of how you all are walking right now.
Yeah,
I'll be in the front, the most front that the ghouls will let me.
Martin
So behind
will be
me or Michelle.
Okay.
Yeah, so it seems like what's her name? Martine will be in the back.
No,
It's a wedge formation.
Okay, so who's in front? I
I'll be
heard.
up front.
The ghouls are in front, followed by Etienne.
Going the
and,
old Carthaginian wedge.
Yeah, followed by Etienne and Renault.
Okay, so
You never
just
have anybody in a marching order just being like, we're in a line, but
No,
not
you make-
like hiding numbers single file. We're going in like spread.
Spread formation.
Figure that out, GM. And they're like,
okay, yeah. I'm going to allow that you guys are spread out and staggered and doing whatever kind of military horse shit you want to try here. But when you guys pass a point, I want to know who's the first one, the second one, the third one.
Who opens the door?
Yes, I am 1.
Okay.
Michelle is 2.
Michelle, Etienne, Sergeant Terry Renault, and then
Hey,
Martine.
and and a nat 20 for Will, Terry, and Martine, and an advantage to Etienne. Thank you, Unbelievable.
Wow.
There you go, baby.
we will need those desperately.
Guys,
Probably
I
pretty
almost have as many nat 20s as I have nat 1s.
Yeah, you better get burning now.
Nah.
This is a day. This is a day to be able. Someone screenshot this shit. Never happen again.
Yeah, this is hashtag Ghoul Life. This is what the
welcome.
actual
Yeah.
Antonio. Yes.
Okay, so as the first of you get around the corner that would lead into that rear door, which actually leads directly into the kitchen, as you get around, Guillaume, you notice that there is, and you kind of catch this smell just as you walk around the corner. You smell the smell of burning tobacco, whether it would be a pipe or a cigar or a rolled cigarette of some kind, but you smell it just as you hit the corner, which hit right there. So right when you hit that corner up above at the actual diagram of the house, you smell smoke. And
I'm
You
gonna
can-
mom hand everyone.
Yeah. Oh, totally. I accidentally brush Michelle's hair a little bit. Oh, nice hair.
Ah. He melts
Yeah.
a little bit.
I smell something. This smells like smoke
Oh, there's no
and tobacco.
smoke of that. Fire smells.
There must be somebody there.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Somebody there's no fire smells without somebody first making a fire smell, and/or a fire. So wait.
Somebody smoking.
It all works. It often like the flow chart of logic works for Michelle. Wait.
No,
Okay.
it
Okay.
no smoke? No.
Perhaps it's a lookout. It's a lookout.
If no, then it's... Oh, somebody might be looking at... Okay. Can you get eyes on them as well as nose? Okay.
I'd like to burrow under the ground.
What?
Fucking zergling.
What can't you do?
Just fucking rabbits down.
I'm also gonna burrow.
Please, what's happening right now?
bury myself in the earth,
Succeed,
please.
right.
I love the idea
I'm gonna totally fail this roll. I know. I can feel it happening.
Puts on his shovel hand.
Easy, Piglet.
Yeah, if you want to enter the earth, go right ahead and burrow.
Okay.
All right. You got it.
But before I
Wanna roll?
do, Michelle, cause some kind of distraction. Like, don't throw a rock so they go that way. And I burrow underneath and I get them.
Okay, do you want me to do the distraction now?
After
Michelle
I
dresses
let
in
the
drag
ground.
and does the hula.
Okay, after you burrow. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Don't fail this roll. Okay.
Make like a mole.
Make a first though, Michelle, make a grass skirt out of the tall grass.
Okay, so Guillaume, what does this look like whenever you enter the earth?
Yeah, it's kind of strange because it's almost like one fluid movement where I just like take my claws and I just like it's almost like parting this like curtains, but it's made out of soil, and I just grab like it's all my strength and I move it out of the way and I just start going into the ground. And the idea is to position myself right around the corner at the entrance so I can grab whoever comes by, basically.
Okay, so we're going to say that you're able to kind of follow the foundation of state and use it as a guide, and without having to emerge from the soil, you're able to, and especially with that roll, which is 2-way from hard, which is great, you're able to pull up within the appropriate distance, and you're probably sure you're within the area that this person that you haven't identified yet is stationed, just from the smell and location. So what's everybody else doing?
Martine wants to know how Guillaume's an earthbender.
Yeah, for the rest of you all, it literally looks like he dove into the soil and like Scrooge McDucked it and disappeared.
Yeah, I think everyone goes.
Is this? Michelle, can you do this too?
Michelle, what is happening right now?
Oh, this happens sometimes. Guillaume can... I think it might be related to moles.
What?
What?
I don't know. He can bury himself into the ground, you know?
We have a mole.
Wait, but more importantly, I start shouting. No, I don't start shouting. I grab something which is nearby and throw it in the direction that Guillaume instructed me to.
What are you doing?
Happens to be my arm.
I'm making a distraction.
For what?
Oh.
What are you?
Guillaume told him to.
What is it? I don't understand. What do you know something? Someone around?
Do a throw roll for me. Throw skill check.
To absolutely throw this encounter. Larry. I throw the game. Let's just give it over to him.
You throw a raid boss. You throw a Pokeball.
Okay, so as you go to throw it, throwing something is not hard, but
but for Michelle,
you would think. But no, what ends up happening is when Michelle releases the rock or the pebble that he picked up from the ground, it does in fact clear and land where Guillaume had indicated, but before it does so, it clips the side of the building, causing a sound to reverberate before it actually clatters off into the distance. It is this sound that whoever is around the corner, nobody has identified yet, would react to. And at this point, you all are directly around the corner, and if anybody wants to roll listen checks or try a spot hidden around the corner, let me know.
I will.
No, she's not good at
Yeah, I'll give you both, I think.
Ooh.
I'll give you a spot hidden check.
Hot damn.
Ooh, min-maxer. I'm gonna go with. Sorry, you first.
No, go right ahead, bud.
Spot hidden, perfect, nailed it.
Am I permitted to do this listen check?
No, you're
Okay.
kind of a simultaneous thing as you're getting into position.
Yeah.
You would notice, though, just because of part of your tunneling or burrowing check, the vibrations associated with how you kind of locate your position underground, you do feel something moving along the surface, but it's difficult to kind of pinpoint its movement and very tremors. And as you're figuring that out beneath the ground, Joseph or Martine, she peeks around the corner kind of in a same simultaneous action to the diving in the ground and the throwing of the rock. And you are gifted with the sight of a soldier wearing the tricolors of the new Third Estate of this France, as the soldier is sitting there smoking what appears to be a hand-rolled cigarette, and with the sound of the clicking of the rock, his eyes spin over, and he flicks the cigarette off into the tall grasses where it begins to smolder, and he turns and kind of pulls a gun out, a rifle from around his neck, and begins to advance towards the corner. He appears not to have seen you, Joseph, but he is maybe 5-10 feet away.
I mean, we're soldiers of the Third Estate now, right?
3 of you are, yes.
Do I also see that?
You succeeded enough where you see him, but not as early as Joseph saw him kind of flick the cigarette and turn. You saw him as he's advancing with his rifle with the bayonet attached out.
Gotcha.
So you have a little bit less of a chance to react here.
Okay.
Shit. Michelle, hide.
Huh? Oh, hide. Oh, hide. Okay.
Hide. Go on.
I jump behind some coats in the porch. Or somewhere there's hiding, if there's a bush outside or whatever.
Sure, roll a stealth check.
Behind a curtain. Probably behind a curtain.
Tree.
Okay, I'm hiding.
Right.
Can you see me? I'll spend 4 luck to make that, actually.
Okay.
I'll spend 4 luck.
Michelle, like,
Can you see me?
cartwheels off into the tall grass, and he cartwheeled so he could he uses the power of his very buff left leg to propel him.
Yeah, it's the fastest way of travel.
All the muscles that he's buffing is only in cartwheels.
Right. He's got a 9.
It's on my
Cartwheel
cartilage.
cells, yeah.
Yeah, really strong cartilage.
But only going to his right.
Oh, yeah, right. Only to his right.
I'm like a crab. I can only move sideways.
Yeah.
I think it dips right.
Okay, so you disappear off into the side. It is the soldiers remain as this presumably another soldier is coming around the back end of the estate, or the corner of the estate. What would you guys like to do?
Here, I'm trying to think of any way we could let Guillaume know not to pop out of the earth like some kind of horrible terror beast and kill this man.
If you can come up with a good plan, I will allow you some type of roll, but just kind of thinking it is not gonna.
I know. Any ideas, friend?
If he burrowed, could you like shout down or like whisper down into the hole that?
Yeah, what is the hole
I
looking like?
pretend to be tying
There's a
my
tunnel,
shoe,
right?
and I could whisper
Yeah,
down.
it's like a tunnel,
Yeah.
basically.
Shoes
Well,
have laces.
it looks like a tunnel. It looks like moved earth, but
Yeah.
in this respect, it looks as if Guillaume dove into it, kind of parted it, and it kind of sealed up behind him as he continued through there. I mean, there's definitely a way that, it's not like it's the same type of solid earth that was there before, but it doesn't look like a rabbit hole or anything like
So
that.
like a worm trail.
Yeah.
Right.
But like,
Exactly.
if you like whispered towards it, maybe. If you whispered good enough.
If you whispered good enough,
If I listened good enough.
Yeah.
That's a good
Wow.
whisper.
it's a combination of whispering and listening good enough.
Good enough.
Right.
That whisper was so good. I heard it across the country. That's a real good one.
I'm going to crit this whisper.
That is the best whispering I've ever seen, right?
Yeah, that's what,
Proceed.
yeah.
Add it to your skills list.
Mhm.
Put your whisper hand on.
Yeah.
That whisper.
Expert stage
He
whisperer.
like sets it to whisper.
From the perspective of where I am underground, am I like still? I was trying to get closer to like. Well, I don't know if that's gonna work. Like there. Did that work? The little ping. No.
You're also
Oh, no.
muted.
I was muted. Sorry. You were in that area. You're not sure exactly where.
No. Yeah. But I mean, like that was the general vicinity, and the,
Yeah.
the group is still over here, right?
Correct. Yes. The gentleman is probably right about here, and
Got
everybody else is just right around the corner. So you would be where that door would be, over here,
Got it. Yeah.
in that general
Sure.
vicinity.
Yeah.
So what would you guys like to do? Are you going to try to expert whisper
Yeah. What's a whisper? We have a whisper check.
Just roll me a D100 if you can.
All right. Sure.
As you try to whisper. Okay.
Bad.
So Joseph is currently whispering into
Joseph's pretending to tie her shoe. Okay, there's some
talking into the broken earth at her feet.
Buckling your shoe.
What would Etienne and the Sarge like to do?
I'm double checking the black powder pistol. Make sure it's loaded properly, ready to blow this guy.
Definitely a black powder pistol.
Definitely there.
A soldier in the same army we are. Guillaume, don't sleep out of the ground, and just stay in the mole position. Don't leap out of the ground and kill this man. He is also in the army, and let's not get him.
Okay, conveniently, what Guillaume hears is jump out of the ground and kill this man. That is the only part
You did not
it.
whisper good.
That was a
Right.
That was not good enough. Not good enough.
Now you know. That was a bad whisper.
That's what happens when whispers go wrong. People
I
die.
guess
Damn it, people die.
I'm gonna go ahead and do the right thing here and jump out of the ground and kill this man.
Good.
Perfect.
Immediately.
Immediately slaughter him.
Okay, so I would like 2 rolls for the emergence of Guillaume. I would like
his fucking head off.
I would like a dex roll, and I would like the attack roll of your choice.
Okay, that's my dex roll.
Okay, you burst from the ground silently, and you see this man coming around the corner, and you realize you have his back. So you can do as you will here. You get advantage on this attack as he obviously has no fucking clue that you're going to do anything to him.
Okay.
So before Guillaume actually attacks, can the sergeant just sort of wave to this, I assume, like a private kind of thing? Hello, I'm here to replace you. Hello, and then Guillaume explodes up like that. Oh, hello, come here.
And Harry actually recognized this guy. He's like a fresh recruit. He's maybe been in the Corps or in the military for a couple weeks now. He looked up to you. You guys did guillotine duty a couple times.
Oh, yeah. Good fun.
Gary.
He's a solid kid.
Gary Wilhelm.
He reminded you a bit of Michelle.
Oh, yeah.
That spunk and that hatred for the Dutch that really kind of endears you to him.
Mm-hmm.
So Michelle's hoping for this guy to die, basically.
Guillaume?
Yep.
In this case, Guy Worm.
Okay, so as
I want to be clear. I'm grabbing him like to the shoulder to grapple him down to the ground because I'm using my bite and hold him.
Okay, so he goes, oh, Sergeant, and you see Guillaume leap onto his back, and as the maw of Guillaume opens and bites down into like the trapezoid throat area, you see the kid's eyes go wide with absolute fright as this thing is on the side of him now. What would y'all like to do?
It's called the French kiss.
Guillaume, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you eating the soldier?
Oh, great job, Guillaume! And I go in there, and I'm like, as Guillaume is doing it, I go in there, and I've got like my knife, and I'm just gonna start stabbing this guy.
Right, because Michelle's been in the bushes.
Yeah, he's in the bushes. He hasn't got any of this.
Michelle, leave Michelle. Michelle, what? Leave Michelle too alone.
Just stabbing him over.
I also fire my pistol at the attacking.
What are you doing? This is Michelle too. I was trying to replace you because you died.
Okay, let's see.
What have you done?
Okay, the roar of a flintlock echoes the quiet of the estate, but the lead ball itself, for perhaps one of the first times in this campaign, does not strike true, as whether it is the wish or perhaps just the circumstance of the boy struggling beneath this fleshy naked being that is Guillaume attached to its back. The bullet goes flying, and what would Michelle like to do?
If I can, I'd love to stab this guy.
Bet you would.
Right in his.
I would love
right in his milk hole.
Which one, the left or the right?
We don't know. We don't know where that is. It could be anywhere at this point.
I am giving you
What
advantage.
the fuck is the human body?
Milk hole attack. There is advantage here for your milk hole attack.
You decide.
Because-
Which
You have advantage in your milk hole. That's what I heard.
all right, bayonet.
Advanced.
It's a hit with advantage.
Okay, so as he's screaming, his eyes look pleadingly towards Sergeant Renault, the man that he had looked up to at their guillotine duty, the one that he hoped to maybe serve with one day, that he had heard had done such wonderful things here during the raid and the arrest of the infamous Comte Fenelic. As his eyes, as he turns and looks, just as his eyes come back to the Sarge, a bayonet enters into the milk hole of the boy and almost juts out the back of his head, just lifting his hair a bit as Guillaume is looking and sees like a little TPing of the hair in the back of the head, and the boy goes limp beneath your grasp as he falls dead.
What have you done?
He did get a heal there from Charis, but it might be too late.
It may be too late.
I'm sorry.
He stands back up with everything that happened to him.
I look around as like blood first is in Michelle's eyes, and he's like, I got him.
What have you done?
I got him.
I said to attack.
You all said to attack.
Job.
No, we said do not attack.
Oh no.
We said stay hidden. Do not attack.
You
Did not attack.
You did not say that to me.
We told you to stay hidden. We did not tell you to give away anything.
And then Guillaume came up and started killing him, so I thought we were all killing him.
I told
Oh, is this what happens now, Michel? You die and you become a ghoul and you no longer take commands? Is that what we do?
Yeah,
Whether
I'm not part of this. I'm not part of your army no more, Sergeant.
He's right.
That's
He was
damn
he
right.
leave on discharge. Wait.
It was a discharge.
It was a nasty discharge. I went right to the eye.
Etienne, you were here for the whole plan. What are you doing?
It was like kind of clear and weird.
There was an attack. I don't know what you want.
There was an attack.
Who are you aiming for, Etienne? You hit no one.
He just wanted to shoot. Okay.
I have never seen your shot so terrible.
Sometimes he just shoots his gun, eh?
Right, and we've said it a million times that Etienne can't hear a goddamn thing. He is
I'm one ear. I was left ear.
And firing the gun so much.
He just holds it. That's why his aim is so good. He has that video game aim where like your eye is. God.
Okay, so as you all are sitting there and Guillaume is released and kind of pulled off of this poor boy, beneath the rags of blood and the bayonet strike, the body begins to move, and it kind of pulls itself back up. The milk hole and the destroyed orb just leaking milk and eye and everything. And
He happened to drink milk that day through his nose.
Yeah, right. He stands up and kind of straightens his uniform, and he snaps a salute, and he says, "Reporting for duty, Sergeant." He's healed, Charis, but
It's fine.
But
Oh, hey, sorry about that.
Michelle, go away. Go away. Go away.
I killed it. No, I won't go away. I don't follow orders from you.
Guillaume, if you bite someone, do they become like you?
Oh, is he one of us?
So simple.
welcome.
Hey, we got the brother.
Hello, Gary.
Love the ceremony.
Guillaume, you would realize right away from the smell of this person that there is no longer any blood flowing. There's not a heart beating. This, whatever it is no longer human as much as it is reanimated tissue.
Mhm. No, he's not. It's like me or Michelle, but he's not like you either. So I don't know. It's not my fault. You said it.
No, it's literally your fault.
Mechanically, he is like a helpful boss monster.
Yes. Yeah. Oh.
Mechanically,
Martine's
he's
just
like a
gonna sit there
helpful
quietly because she's not being blamed this time.
Look, you said to attack. This is what I do. You are terrible.
Hey,
Sergeant.
We said do not attack.
this is
You did not say no such thing.
There is a
We
reason.
have finally reached phase 2 of this fight,
You
it
have-
seems. This is where you down him, you think he's done, and then he resurrects back at full health.
What are you
So we
talking
have to
about?
be very
Etienne?
careful.
Fine. He's fine.
He's a boss. He's a
He's fine.
boss. Okay.
Hello, Gary? Gary, are you there?
Hello, Private. What is your name?
His name's Gary. We still
Can't interact anymore. We are fighting. It's a fight now.
Private Gary reporting for duty.
Goddamn.
I like him.
He's nice. I'd like him too.
Yeah,
I'm sorry I beat you.
but less obnoxious. Misha.
How do we? Gary, what are you doing here? What was your assignment?
Reporting for duty.
Oh, great. What have you done?
It'll work out just fine here. See, a sergeant, someone you can finally control properly.
I would imagine that Etienne does most of what he's told.
Mostly. What?
You can all roll listen checks for me if you'd like.
Etienne, you're doing a terrible job today, but in general, great.
I heard terrific, and I thank you. I tried.
Yeah, there it is.
Michelle, I am disappointed in you.
Man. I start like eating a butter Gary that's on the floor. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey Gary.
I did a weird one.
Hey Gary, you got nice legs.
Michelle a little better now.
Gary, I like your legs, man. Nice leg you got there.
Michelle, that's rude.
No,
He's still using them.
No, nice leg.
I don't think he likes to talk very much.
He's still using
Joseph, because you are being quiet, because you're not being blamed for something for once, you are the first one to hear the approach of both voices and footfalls coming from inside the estate.
You are being blamed for once.
That
Everyone,
was
everyone, shut up. There are more coming. We're not going to kill them this time. Michelle, you should hide. You should hide. Your disguises will not hold up in broad daylight. Hide. And Martine's going to like get a handkerchief out and put a bandage over Gary's like bad eye, so that it just, you know, we're gonna tell him he fell down some stairs. And
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, roll a disguise roll for me. And do you have any nat ones?
What are you doing about that giant chunk of shoulder missing?
No, I didn't bite it out. It was like a grappling
okay.
move.
Oh,
That's why it's a maneuver. It's not an actual.
There are not one scene.
There's a massive bloody stain there, but there's
Yeah.
the shoulder itself
I
is
mean, the
intact.
chunk of
What
him
if
is
I'm
not
gonna-
missing.
Right,
what if I'm
right.
gonna use one of my nat 20s to disguise him?
Well, I mentioned
Very
the nat 1 before you said the nat 20.
Damn.
So
Yes, I
if
do
you
have
a
nat ones. Fine.
Okay, so your disguise sucks. And as you
It's just the thing over the eye. Do I put it on the wrong eye or something?
you put it around the wrong eye because you just, it's his left, your right, and you just, for a moment, you just got to get confused.
Yeah.
And so with the shattered milk hole on one side and a patch on the other side,
Giant bloody shoulder on the other side that you
Right.
completely
No, wait.
avoided.
Martine's
Fell
gonna
down the
try what
stairs.
she's done at the last minute and just literally stick her hand over his eye.
Perfect.
That's the
Not
disguise.
suspicious.
okay, it looks awful. What are the rest of you doing?
We just hear movement, right? We don't actually see
I'll
these
go
guys.
hide.
Martine tells you that there are people coming. She's like,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
coming.
We don't see them though, right? Okay.
Can I go back into my hidey hole?
Yeah, I go back into my hidey bush.
You're like reburrow.
Okay.
Oh, can we both go in the hole together? Can we burrow in there?
Yeah, Will, I will allow you to roll a D100.
Yours will do. We can do.
We're like fucking rabbits, just like burrowing down in a hole. and-
Okay,
All right, I try and get in there, and I'm like, I get stuck in the hole, like, and they really.
Will, it goes really well for about a foot and a half, 2 feet. And you get down there and realize that you just can't seem to do that same parting of the earth trick
Oh, that's
that Guillaume makes so effortless. And you're down there and you've got air, you're not suffocating or anything, but you're kind of doing that like ass out, legs in the air
I
type
know
of.
I know I shouldn't put all of my muscles into my calves. So upper body strength should be useful now.
Martine's
yeah,
gonna
boys.
look at this and be like, Etienne, sit on his butt. Pretend it's a tree stump.
The spine is strong,
Yeah,
but the
boy.
arms are weak.
I'm trying. He's kicking.
Someone
Ow.
bury me down here.
We're doing our
It's
best.
okay.
Michelle, just hide in the bush again. It was fine there before
dirt on
you
his
turned out
kicking
and started
legs.
stabbing
Michelle's already tried
It's too late now.
Michelle folds his legs 4
Very
times
well known.
into themselves until they
everything
roll.
today. I have lost control of everything. At the end, what would I do?
If someone can throw enough dirt on my legs, we'll probably cover them up.
Okay, so Etienne, what are you doing? Sergeant, what are you doing?
Sprinkling loose dirt on his kicking legs, hoping to help.
I'll stop kicking, to be fair.
Okay, thank you.
Make it easier for you.
Okay,
I'm
I tell
going
you,
to walk out in front of this, where. So if the guys are coming towards us, I'm going to be between the guys and this, whatever the fuck this is, trying to hello. That worked great the last time.
It's not that smart,
okay,
so he's just trying to help.
so Myth, this is how this will work. If you are in fact trying to kind of camouflage the legs of Michelle that are laying out, I will allow.
I don't know if I was trying to be helpful, but this is cool.
Okay, here's how we're gonna. Right, I know what you're trying to do. I'm gonna allow a roll, but you can't elect to have a nat 20 used. Does that sound fair? Okay. So if you want to roll me, just roll me a D100 for leg camouflage, and we will see.
Perfect. Now, let me find that on my sheet here.
Would a disguise work? Disguise him as a tree?
No, no. It is very specific. It is
shrub.
D20 or D100 leg camouflage.
Okay,
I heard the man.
My bad.
There you go.
Yeah, you get like a foot,
Perfect.
like a half of a foot, really hidden, but the rest of the legs and everything, because of the loose clothes wearing, it's there's a bit of a bare ass situation going on here too. So
Yeah.
it's a sight that really draws the eye and tickles the mind as to what exactly the fuck is going on out here. So
Everything wasn't built in a day. I'll try my best. All right.
Now remember, he's doing this one-handed too.
It's great.
No, he's got a shovel hand on the other hand.
Yeah, he's got his shovel hand on. That should give him.
I'd like to think it's one of those shovels that kids have in like their sandbox toy.
In the sandbox.
Yellow.
It's literally what it is. Yep.
Okay. Sergeant, you're going towards the people. Martine, what are you trying to do here?
Martine is standing in front of Gary so that you can't see that he's lost an eye and part of his brain and his life, and kind of trying to maneuver her and Gary in front of Etienne and Michelle's ass. Yeah. But the best she can is what Martine is doing.
Unfortunately for you, everyone, Michelle's gluteus is one of the most ripped parts of his body, so it's...
Is it really? Do I need to roll a distraction roll?
It has perfectly chiseled calves attached to the butt. So it's
just one calf. One perfectly chiseled.
Yeah, upside down and just from the bottom down, Michelle looks really good.
Martine's like, oh,
Just
Michelle,
like
you're not so
Like
obnoxious.
real life.
It's like on the second camera on Loud Jasmine right now.
She's just gonna try to physically maneuver everybody so they're not visible. That's it. That's all she's got.
Okay, so
Good luck, Sergeant.
this is as two soldiers wearing the triune colors roll out, same outfits that you all are wearing. Several things occur at once. The first two run out. They seem to be not as young as Private Gary, but they are definitely lower rank than the Sarge. But it's the third one that runs out that denotes this person is a captain. And the other distinguishing feature about this person is the fact that they have very severe burn scars around the exterior orbit of their face, down their cheek, all the way to their jawline. And it looks very, very painful. And Michelle would be able to tell you this, but he's currently halfway in the hole. Etienne, as soon as you lay eyes on this gentleman, you realize that this is in fact the leader of the mob that was outside of the printers that you and Michelle had to defend yourselves against. It's also the one that you exploded a lantern on and disfigured permanently. So the sequence of events goes as follows. The two that kind of lead out front see fellow soldiers. They see their friend Gary standing, and in the light just kind of are trying to figure out what's going on with these a naked ass and kicking legs off to the side. And it's a jumble of emotions, and the rifle points begin to go up a bit. But with the emergence of the third individual, as soon as he lays eyes on Etienne, you see him pull forth a flintlock, extend it towards Etienne, and fire. What I'm going to have you do is, this is a simultaneous exchange. So I would like to know what everyone's doing, who they're doing it to. I will let you know what everyone else is doing, who they are doing it to. And we are going to have an OK Corral barrage to see exactly what happens here.
So as long as my ass is safe, I'm happy.
Mm-hmm. Well, your ass is in full view and is definitely part of
the melee
collateral damage, right? So tell me what anybody would like to do at this point.
So Terry Renault is out in front of everybody. I assume he has, because he had it out before. So he has his pistol up and in his hands, as his hands are up. And he's like, hello, there's something strange has happened. Someone is trying to tunnel inside here. Hello, who is in charge here? And as soon as he sees the other man come, he heard the tale of the lantern explosion and how epic it was. And the moment that man starts to bear down on Etienne, he kind of glances back and realizes this isn't going to work. And he's going to fire on that guy.
Okay, so roll an attack roll for me with your, I'm assuming, pistol?
Yeah. Ka-chow! Really?
F you.
F you.
Okay, so the blast goes by and the man doesn't even pay attention as it kind of moves through the curl of his hair as it splatters against the masonry of the estate behind him, his eyes intent only on Etienne as he fires. He hits.
And I dodge.
And does 4 damage. This is an exchange here. So this is an intro. After this, you will have the ability to dodge, but this is what they call an intro, like a double surprise round as you guys kind of all run in. There's going to be initial action, and then after that, I'll give you the option to dodge.
In a double surprise round, no one is actually surprised. Everyone's just totally aware of what's going on. They cancel the surprises out.
This is like double secret
surprise.
Yeah.
So we're going to have exchange of initial actions, and you will take 4 damage from this. But Etienne, you do, in fact, get a move. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use a crit and shoot him.
Okay. Then roll your pistol for damage, and we will double that and see what happens.
Where?
Okay, so the flintlock fires off, and for a return 4 damage, as the two of you kind of fire at each other and do the exact same damage to one another. However, when you do hit him, Etienne, roll a spot hidden, and Sergeant Renault, roll a spot hidden for me.
We're just like, what do you think's going on down there, up there? I'm like, I don't know.
Sounds bad.
That could be okay. Probably just Etienne firing off randomly again.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, fair.
Okay, so Etienne doesn't see anything, but after the shot goes wide for the Sarge, as he sees Etienne's bullet actually kind of pierce the chest and billow out the uniform, beneath the uniform, you see what looks like a mat of tattooing on the skin. And as the shot hits, you do not see it pierce flesh. You see the man kind of grunt a bit as it hits the side, but you don't see the telltale splatter of blood or an entry wound.
Does the tattoo look like anything I've ever seen before?
It certainly looks like the stuff that was crawling up Regalt's neck.
Okay. Interesting.
So the only other person up here is Joseph. Joseph, what would you like to do?
Joseph's gonna have had like an eyeball in the situation the whole time. No pun intended. And he's going to kind of swing around and get like behind Gary to use him as a meat shield. And she's gonna use one of her nat 20s to shoot the guy that shot at Babin, but she's also gonna tell Gary, she's gonna say, Gary, you need to shoot that man right there, right now. And she's
You're telling that to Gary?
I'm telling Gary. I'm pointing very distinctly at the captain that just shot at Babin.
Gary says, right as you're firing off, Gary says, I did not take orders from you. We are the same rank.
Shit. Sergeant!
So you take, you got a crit, but roll your rifle and we will double the damage that you deliver. Whoa! Okay, so for 24 damage, that is leveled on this guy as the former fuck-up soldier absolutely center masses the throat of this guy. Just as you see the kind of the skull tattooing, the next shot blasts him back inside the estate as he smashes off the wall, and this time you do see that there's blood that splatters on the white gray stone outside as he wheels into the estate.
After that, she's gonna say, Sergeant, you need to tell Gary what to do. He won't listen to me.
Where have you been hiding that musket this entire time? Damn.
It was in Michelle's ass.
That is fair.
I would like Etienne, Sergeant, and Joseph to all roll D100s for me and let me know the two highest, please.
Oh, now Greg has the fan. No? Do you guys hear that?
I do hear it.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's not me. I have nothing in here.
It's so weird.
You?
Okay, so the two highest are, looks like Rigault and Etienne, as both of the soldiers fire. First one misses. Second one hits Rigault and hits him for 9 damage as the Sarge gets blasted back by an almost point-blank rifle shot. Okay, our ghouls, you all are able to kind of pull yourselves out of this after the first exchange. We are in actual rounds, but I'm going to allow the ghouls to go first. So, Guillaume, what would you like to do here?
Based on all of the noise and everything, would I be able to locate how far away the other two men are?
Yeah, because of your subterranean senses that you're doing this, we're going to say that you can kind of see what's going on and that you can definitely see where the three men have entered. And because they've all shot once, it really kind of allows you to pinpoint exactly where they are. Okay. So if you wanted to like burst out or something, you would be able to do.
Yeah, I would want to burst out, and actually I'm going to probably have to use Brawl here, but I would just like knock their heads together to knock them out.
Okay, you're going to try to subdue both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, jump out, and I'll tell you what. I'm going to have you roll a Brawl, but if you get a hard or extreme, it will affect them both. A regular success is just going to attack, you'll just kind of miss one and grab the other. Okay. So it needs to be a hard or better with this.
Nah.
You can spend 13 luck should you desire to make it a hard.
That's okay.
Okay, so roll me a whatever damage you want to do to the one you did hit. I will allow you to have like a claw strike on them.
Okay. Claw strike. Should I just hit the claw attack that I have?
Just hit it again and we'll just take the damage off of it. Yep. Okay, so you kind of burst out, go for both of them, but your claws just kind of rake across the neck and the back of the head of one of them, drawing blood as the younger soldier screams as you explode in dirt and earth. Let's see, is Will back? Yeah, Will.
Sure.
Michelle is able to draw himself out of the earth. What would you like to do as the ghouls are getting their own surprise round?
Ghoul surprise. I got a Yeah, I mean, Michelle probably just sees the person that Guillaume's attacking and just assumes that they need to be dead. So, he'll go with the, just to go with the stabless guy again.
That's how Etienne works.
Yeah.
Michelle's such a good boy.
Yeah, he's like, die! Should I spend math lock? No, not knowing lock on that. No. Pretty sure just spend a nat 20 on that, to be honest, but, yep.
As you pop out and scream, die! And you run towards, you miss with the bayonet strike, and you're engaged with these two that are here. Okay, so what we're going to do at this point, we're going to go with the same order that we had before. Sarge, what do you want to do? You've just taken 9 damage as the blast ripped through your abdomen, and you're trying to hold kind of stomach together.
Is the captain still up?
You saw him get blasted into the estate. He has not emerged yet.
And these guys look like they're going to fire still? The two privates?
They have each fired. One of them took you in the stomach. One of them missed. But now they're engaged with Guillaume and Michelle. And just by the logistics of the day, that they have fired their guns, and they don't appear to have any type of sidearm, so it's all bayonet from here on out for them. Yeah,
the one that shot at me, I'm going to take a little bit of vengeance on him, but not a whole lot, as I draw out the mystical knife. And what I'm going to try to do is I want to knock him out, like with the pommel of it.
Okay, so once again, this is a kind of a called strike. So anything that's hard or extreme, I'll allow you to do kind of like a non-fatal wound. But if it's a regular attack, you'll get the benefits of the regular attack, but not the desired knock you out attack.
You know what? I have 5 crits. I'm going to use one of those since I got a bunch of them today. So I'm going to use one of those to attempt to knock this guy out.
Okay, we'll say since you're using a crit up, that you're able to expertly bring the handle and the hilt of this blade down directly on the back of his neck, and the soldier just drops in a heap to the ground.
Nice. And then I kind of is the other one like in Guillaume's arms? Guillaume arms?
Yeah, they're all within like melee.
Was that the one that Guillaume is fighting? The other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Guillaume has sliced the other one. He seems to be bleeding pretty heavily from the back of the head and the neck.
Yeah, he looks over to Guillaume and says, "Don't kill him if you can."
I wasn't trying to.
Etienne, you're up next. What would you like to do? As it appears that the captain has not emerged from the house.
Okay, so what's around me at the moment? The moment?
Normally it would have been the Sarge. It would have been the captain that had fired on you guys, the burn guy. He has not emerged, so it is now Etienne at this point.
So are we trying not to kill? I want to try to judo chop him with my...
the 2 privates.
Sweet. I will go do that because I don't have time to reload my pistol.
Okay, so fighting brawl with the wooden hand.
Yep. I'm going to try to knock him out. Where is my fighting brawl? I think this is it. No, it's not it.
You have an unarmed attack at the top of your weapon list.
Oh, so I do. So it's just there and Greg. Yeah. Cool. Nice. Extreme.
So with the extreme perfectly placed judo chop hand, as it comes down and almost in a mirror of the knife strike, you cleanly slice the head off of this man. Drop it down, you have the desired effect as, this soldier too crumples to the ground. It is at this time that we are out of combat. The ghouls, everyone is there, and you see that the Sarge is in a bad way with a 9 hit point loss.
Yeah, once the soldiers go down, he's kind of holding himself. That's what I planned for.
Sergeant, you're bleeding.
Yes, quite a lot. Yes, I was shot in the gut.
Oh, that will do it.
Yep, that's what it is. One of you, the man, the one you shot in the face.
This one?
Great job.
The neck, actually.
Yes, eyes away, Joseph.
Great job. He is dying. I mean.
yes, but he has the tattoos like Regault. You should check him. I don't think he is. You say like us.
Okay.
As well.
I'll go check him. I've got a terrible medicine.
I'm gonna go with you.
So someone who has a good medicine roll needs to help the sergeant.
Yep.
I will just stay here and bleed out. It's okay.
Okay, I have a medicine kit in my hand.
Thank you.
Martine will toss Babin the failed eye patch to use.
Perfect.
Somehow,
I'm
with
going
one
with-
hand,
Martine, by the way.
Fucking
Okay.
kills it.
somehow with one hand, Etienne Babin runs up, stabilizes his friend Terry Renault, and keeps him alive.
Etienne, what would I do without you?
Yeah, you'd be dead.
Thank you.
Mechanically, that returns 1 hit point to Terry as he has stabilized, and now you can heal normally.
I unscrew my thumb and I take out a small roll of gauze. And I just wrap that around his wounds. And then my pinky also has burn cream. Right, yeah. The whole thing comes off for
He's like the French Revolutionary Inspector Gadget.
He's the French
exactly.
army.
Yeah, my French army knife. Oui.
Well.
Okay. So you're able to take care of that. And at this point, since everyone's kind of advancing, so we have Martine, Guillaume, and Michelle advancing towards the house, correct?
Yes.
Oui.
Okay. At this point, as Terry is kind of getting his druthers back with him, the shambling form of Private Gary walks up, and Private Gary goes, Private Gary reporting for duty. And he reaches down and kind of lifts Sergeant Renault up, keeping most of his weight under his arms. So he's, being held aloft by Private Gary as Private Gary is almost like getting ready to carry Sergeant Renault across the threshold.
What are you doing? Why are you picking me?
The old Gary
Sergeant,
carry. We've seen this before.
Romantic. My husband did this for me when we got married.
It is not romantic. Look at it.
Good job, Private Gary. Good. You did.
Only for duty.
Use both hands, please. I'm unstable.
And it's at this point you realize that Gary has his milk hole punched out, and he has a bandana over the other eye.
Oh, sorry.
So,
I got your milk hole there. But I got it real good, look. I had a little milk coming out that hole now. That's a
so nasty.
holy moly.
even though it killed me, it was a very good shot.
Hey.
No, Martine took the bandage off and gave it to Babin to save the sergeant.
Oh, okay.
Got one
Well,
eye.
then he has one eye that's listing and rolling up into his head. It doesn't seem to be focused on anything.
He didn't need it anyway. That's all good.
Mad Eye Gary.
Okay.
Thank you, Amy.
Let's go check this
Alright.
guy.
Let's go. Come on, guys. Gary's fine. Don't worry about him. He'll be okay.
Joe, I'm sensing some animosity between you and Gary. Is there something you need to tell us?
Me and Gary? Oh, no. I mean, I just feel bad for God now his milk hole. You know?
He is jealous about Michelle too. Duh.
Oh.
Gary might be
Gary says this to you,
un
Sergeant?
petit jealous.
Jealous?
Un petit
I
jealousy.
see much of Michelle.
Well,
He
I
used to
mean,
be
for a while,
I was
Gary.
in my ass for a while, you know.
No, I see much of Michelle in Gary here. I see that's why you stabbed him in the face. You only want to be the one.
I saw much of
There can only be one
Michelle.
Michelle.
there will always be one.
It's like Islander.
Michelle, did your parents not tell you that?
No, my dad's down there, but my mom died a long time ago.
Yes.
Sensation you're feeling is the Garying.
Okay. You guys walk up towards the back, and you see a smear of blood leading into the darkness of the estate.
Can I do like a spot hidden to see if he's like lurking and waiting for us?
Yeah, any of the senses rolls you can call for it any time that you want.
Cool. Does this exist?
This is the melted face guy?
Yeah, melted face
Right on.
guy. You see that the blood seems to be going deeper into the estate. You can't see it leaves the kitchen, so you don't believe he's at least in that initial room that you would go into.
Well, I'm gonna reload my gun as we go in.
I'd like to do a scent to see if I can
Sure.
smell him or anybody else in that.
Martine,
Oh,
use your knife.
that kitchen, too many smells.
And he holds up his
Yeah,
knife.
you're getting
oh,
the
yeah.
old smells of the prepared food, the blood, the
Spice
gunpowder. There's a lot of things that are overpowering your ability to do this right now.
Paprika.
Yeah, there's a lot of oregano.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And
I'll
also,
pour it.
because this is the estate of Fenelic, there is that residual smell of soaked blood almost everywhere. It's weak, but it's prevalent in
getting
its
that.
amount.
You know what you don't smell? You don't smell garlic.
That's right.
That's good.
Absent of garlic. None.
Right. But every other smell.
The rest of them, all there. It's like a Dr. Oz commercial, just talking about it. But okay, you guys go in, and what do we do?
Oh.
I guess I'll pull out the like weirdo knife I've got that I apparently kept for 5 years.
All right.
The weird knife is out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Do I have a weirdo thing? I don't think I do. I thought I almost did.
I got my
You
knife.
had one and taken by Joseph.
Right, I had it for a second. Yeah, okay.
I still have the one that I took from that dude. I guess. At least it was in my inventory, but I can remove it.
You guys had 2 party knives, correct? And the last notes that I have is that are that Joseph and the Sarge each have the mystical knives, correct?
This is just a knife I bring to a party. This is my party knife.
That's my party knife.
Whenever I go out to a party, I bring a knife.
This is my flesh tapestry paring knife, right? In case you know. I gotta make
One
up
sheath and confetti flies
In
out.
case you gotta do it in a small amount of time, you never know when you might need to do a flesh tapestry. It's what we always say down in the catacombs.
Is it so, Michelle? Is it really?
Anything's a flesh tapestry if you try hard enough, Martin. Take that from one who knows.
Duh.
Take that from one who learned the hard way. Yeah, I wish I was a woman. Are we going inside? Where are we?
We're in the kitchen.
Kitchen. Oh, in the kitchen.
We are in the
Broken.
kitchen.
We're broken.
Should we go
That's where
through?
we are.
Should we go through this door here into the other room?
Yes, let's do
Yeah.
that. Let's go.
There's no blood in this room? It went
It
into
is
darkness,
smeared.
right?
It is smeared and going out through this door right here. Wink.
Nope.
Well, I say we follow the blood trail.
Yes.
Go to the lair, like
He
always.
did say lair. Fenelic did say, "In my lair, you'll find the hand or the arm."
Just true.
He could have just said basement, you know. It's
And
also
you guys know that the lair is this door right here. Goes
Mhm.
down to the basement.
layer. All right, sweet.
He sees it like an onion.
If he could move, he would do like this. My lair.
Right, he could.
But he couldn't.
Take it in my lair.
But he could move.
Yeah. Martine learned
Move
that.
one arm.
He's just
At least.
he's too disappointed in himself. He can't be a good villain anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's become a.
It is. It's inadequacies.
Seven
But
is
All
that's-
he can do
villain.
is cock an ear. He can't cock anything
Yeah,
else.
he only has one cock here. Do we see where does the blood go somewhere? Like a blood
Expect you
trail?
to die.
Just see it. You just see it leaving the kitchen to this door. That's what Guillaume was able to
Jesus,
see.
Mike, have you tried
Okay.
cocking your ear recently?
I didn't. I try. I have to decock my
You got
ears.
decocked ear.
Joseph.
You got uncocked
Uh,
ear.
Let's go. Okay.
I
what do you
mean,
guys?
I'm being carried, so I'm just gonna go wherever Gary takes me.
I suppose we shouldn't let the sergeant go first. Let's make Michelle go first.
I could go.
Let's
Oh,
make
you know-
Gary go first.
No, Gary has the sergeant, and the sergeant.
I'm fine.
can-
I will go.
It
Me
is-
and Gam will go, seeing as you're all too scared to.
Yes, you
I'm
want
not
to go
scared.
first. I
I'll
know
go
you want
first
to
then.
talk
I
to
am
the
bleeding
flesh
out of my
tapestry
stomach.
peoples that you made up. They are the only friends you've ever had, so it's probably.
I'll go first.
And I
This is
start
true.
pushing the ghouls out of the way so I can go
What
first.
are you doing, Etienne?
No, I will go first.
This is
I'm
rude.
not scared.
Go
Martin?
It's not. I'm sorry. I will go first. I need to protect the people.
It is
With
a
your
pride.
fillet.
It is a pride to let him go.
I know.
With the
it's
same-
right.
With the same type of rage that Etienne showed on wanting to be the first to be piggybacked over the wall, he burst free to the front of the line. And as you exit the kitchen, you see the open door to the cellar, and the blood does go down into the cellar.
There's blood here.
Yes.
Should we proceed?
I thought you said you wanted to go first, so you.
That's right. I do. All right, I'll go. And I start to descend the stairs.
Okay, so for the sake of brevity, the marching order just has Etienne in the front. Nothing else has changed. We go Etienne, Guillaume, Michel, the Sarge, and Martine. The Sarge being carried by Private Gary. Okay, so as you guys, Etienne, as you get to the bottom, roll a spot hidden check for me.
Perfect. What do my Etienne eyes see? Nothing. Nothing at all. I was like, I have a good. No, yeah.
You can spend 5.
Wait. I win. What is it? My luck? Am I spending?
Yeah.
Yep. When you get down to the bottom, you realize that the blood trail has stopped. With your spot hidden, though, you do notice that there's a layer of dust and dirt on the ground here because this is an earthen floor, but there's just an accumulation of kind of loose dust and dirt, not necessarily the packed earth you guys had experienced before. Yeah, right. And you're able to see that it goes and continues down the main hallway, which leads towards what you remember to be Fenelix's main room.
There's a path of dust.
Why do you sound like a robot?
Oh yeah, you went a little bit robot then.
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah, you sound like you're further away or like underwater.
You sound like you're in a robot tunnel.
It's that noise again.
Now that's Mike again. Everyone's got weird audio issues. Yeah. You can probably listen back to it on the stream.
I kind of dig it.
It works for me. I mean.
Do somebody use a magic surge?
Yeah, it's a wild magic surge.
Still?
Yeah. What? That's so weird.
It's like it switched microphones to a webcam. Wow.
It's like you're talking through you talk through a fan? That's what it sounds like.
Why? No. Why would you talk through a fan?
You never
done that?
It was myth the whole time.
Oh my god! What is?
Will, have you never talked through a fan?
I don't squirt milk out my eyes, Mike, and I don't talk through fans.
What are you doing?
Fucking human.
Will didn't have a childhood.
Will, when you put a fan in front of you and you talk through a fan, you sound exactly like Myth does right now.
Yeah.
I don't have fans in the UK.
Will hasn't gone to school.
I didn't go to school, guys. I didn't went to fan school. I'm sorry.
What percentage chance there? Tell us the odds.
Don't you guys have Chris Farley in the UK? What the hell?
Only fans I go watching the stream.
Don't you get American movies over there?
No.
No.
I refuse to watch them
Harry
on
Potter
principle.
24/7.
Yeah,
it's Harry Potter, Downton Abbey. I mean, that's
Yeah.
regular billing over here.
I think every 90s kid saw that one movie and then immediately did that.
Will doesn't have fancy as stalkers. Oh, dear.
Okay, so
all right. Well,
as,
Nichols will I'm sure.
as you get to the bottom, you see that the trail goes further down in this direction, which you remember as being
How about now?
Different, but still weird.
Robot.
Yeah,
This
You're
doesn't
still-
do anything different.
You're still the robot
sti-
portal, for sure.
yeah, you're still Mega Myth.
This is a triumph.
I'm making a note here.
That sounds perfect.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Oh man, that was good. Dave made it.
I don't know what happened.
We like it. It's fine.
Oh, good. There's 30 minutes left.
It fits the character. It's fine.
Etienne's put a new voice box in.
Made of wood though.
Yeah, his robo voice box hand. Okay,
Your
so you all
whisper
get down to the bottom and you see the blood going towards the end. You know that if Fenelix is to be believed, this arm that you're supposed to be getting is located down in his Sancta Sanctorum, which would be down in here, which had the flesh tapestry and the coffins and all of his good stuff.
Good. Those are my favorite spots. I'm just gonna get carried there.
Yeah, let's just. I mean, I feel like we should roll a spot hidden because he could be lurking in any of these like rooms. Little.
Hey, I'm
cells.
not going to tell you what to do, but sure, that sounds like a great idea.
It's a success. Is he lurking?
You are able to see that the blood continues down the hallway. You have not entered the main room of Fenelix's lair yet. So you guys are pretty sure that while the blood trail ceases, the trail, the actual the prints, the tracking prints in the ground is continuing down the way. So if he's anywhere, he's in that final room.
Oh, great. Let's go then.
Yes, let's go.
We go.
Gary, take me this way.
Private Gary reporting for duty. And he continues to carry you down.
Etienne, perhaps maybe. How often can you treat for wounds?
At this point, it would require a medicine check, and the medicine check, if successful, could restore 2 more hit points to the Sarge. But it would have to be a medicine. It could not be another first aid.
I don't have those things. I was just curious.
Yeah, I have a 1 on medicine, so
just
that's
asking.
not...
I have no way to help.
I mean, I'm not going to be able to help unless
To be fair, I can walk. Gary just scooped me up, and I'm just taking advantage of this.
Yeah, but you can't take another hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
I guess Martine's gonna shuffle in front of the sergeant.
Oh, he's in the back of the line.
No, I'm behind you.
Oh.
Okay, I will make the same type of proposition that Charis did have that heal that came in, and it's kind of a twofer there with Private Gary being a reanimated asset. Guillaume, you do know one way
Oh, yeah.
to heal some.
Gonna break my piece of that, Gary.
I mean, I don't know if Sergeant Renal is out of it enough to accept my gift.
He is not insane like Michelle is. He's still quite sane.
Well, mechanically, this would be a D10 of healing.
Yeah, I don't think he would. If you offer to feed him people, I don't think he's going to take you up on it.
But it's Gary.
No, that is even worse. He is dead. He's dead flesh. He's dead man. I don't want.
mean,
That's how it works, though.
I would like a sushi, if anything, but no. Not like,
I can make it look like sushi.
not like this. No.
I mean,
Not
Michelle
like this.
seems
If I
very-
am to die, I am to die. This is it for me.
Okay, I go in front of you.
Yes, be my
My gift to you.
shield. Yes, good. I will lead from the rear, which is usually where you fight from. Reversal of roles here.
Okay, so who's going in first?
You're right, Meta.
Yep. I'm going to go first. I'm pushing back Etienne. I go now.
Hey, whoa.
Okay, so as the two of you go in, Guillaume, this is what you see. The room is not as you remember it. The flesh tapestry, the coffins, all of the shelving with the books and scrolls, all of the assets or accessories of this room have been removed. However, in the middle, you see a man who has stripped down he's naked from the waist up. His body is covered in miniature skulls. They appear to be kind of waved in various states. Some of them are turned sideways. Some of them are a profile as these tattooed skulls creep up from right around his navel all the way up past the left side of his chest and kind of creep around his neck a bit. As he turns around, you see that there is a distinct wound that was delivered to him by Joseph. And it appears to be more of a bludgeoning wound than anything else. There's blood associated with it as there's been a piece of flesh kind of torn, hanging loosely over these tattoos. But the actual pumping of the blood seems to have stopped, and there is a deep bruising, almost like a purple, yellow, green that's creeping up the other side, almost in a weird type of symphony or a weird type of symmetry with the tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
And as he turns around, he appears to be holding 2 of the knives that you all possess. And he sees you coming and he advances. At this point, this is going to be a Guillaume versus this gentleman round. The rest of you can join in as soon as they make their initial exchange. Full Cthulhu rules apply here, Meta. So if you want to perform a dodge and sacrifice an attack, let me know. Otherwise, you are both going to be going and fighting back at the same time. And for brevity, I just kind of do a D&D style, so we don't always attack and fight back and dodge. So the dodge action is open to you at any time. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Yikes. 2 knives. It is bad. Yeah, I'm gonna hold to do a dodge.
Okay. So he attacks, misses one, hits with the other. That one would have done 10 damage, and I need you to make a successful dodge roll here for me, please.
Nope.
You can spend luck on dodge rolls, which is a nice thing.
Nope.
Desire. Okay. So it bites into Guillaume's side for 10 damage as one of the knives slashes into the ghoul and cuts the naked form from hip all the way up to the sternum as gore splatters along the length of the blue blade, and the man turns and looks into the face of the next person in line, which is Robot Babin.
Go, Robo Babin. Oh, he's messing with his audio.
Oh, okay. As we're waiting for Babin, then the next person in line would be Michelle. What would you like to do?
There he is.
There you go. You're back
now.
Yeah, you're good.
Nope,
now.
you're
Am I a robot? We good?
Nope. Oh, go good again.
Sweet. All right, cool. Weird. So yeah, this guy's coming towards me. Is that what you said?
Yeah, he has just delivered a terrible wound to Guillaume, and he is wielding 2 of the knives that you all have, as the 2 kind of blue symboled blades.
Yowza. I don't want to be like boring. Be like I shoot again, but I think I'm gonna be boring and say I shoot again.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot again. I'm gonna use a crit because I've got a bunch of those.
Okay, so just roll damage for me.
Cute.
Okay, so that doubles up to 6 as he is hit again, and this guy's definitely taking damage, but the fact that none of these bullet wounds or the bullets, the projectiles themselves, are piercing his flesh, now that he is exposed from the waist up, you do see that when Babin's shot hits him in the side, you see 2 of the skulls shatter in the tattoo, and they drop empty. What would the next person in line is Michelle? Michelle, what would you like to do as you see your buddy, your roomie, Guillaume?
How many skulls are on him? I know, like we can't make a quick count, but I mean, like, how many jelly beans are in the jar, kind of thing.
Yeah, it seems to be 10, but it also doesn't seem to be an equal type of thing. It seems like, you know, they're protecting him somewhat. If this was D&D, it would be he has resistance to certain things.
Okay.
How far away would you say I am from this script?
You're within 20 feet. I mean, you're
okay.
You guys are almost on top of each other. Yep.
Then I'd love to get on top of him and run in to defend my friend Guillaume and stab him with a nat 20.
Love it. Okay. You're using a knife, bayonet.
Yeah, bayonet. A bayo.
Okay, roll a d10 and we'll double it up then with
gonna make him into a bayo tapestry.
Yes, you got your tapestry knife out.
Yeah.
You've got a perfect plan for him.
Gosh, do I have tapestries? Minimum damage though, but doubled to 4.
Yep. Okay. So again, as this hits, it hurts him a bit, but not so much as you would expect from the amount of punishment that he's received. Sarge, you are up, and actually it's Martine and then the Sarge.
More punishment.
Yeah, Martine's gonna go in with the knife thing that we had for the whole time.
That's the one.
And stab him with it in the neck.
Gotcha. The whatchamacallit knife in
that we had
She's
from
gonna use her nat 20 to do that though, because this guy's going down.
Okay, so nat 20, and let me see. I need you to roll 2d4, and we will double whatever damage you come up with. Okay, 2d4 is 4 plus 2 is 6, times 2 is 12. And as this furious exchange goes down, somewhere in the depths of Joseph Martin is born a soldier. As you run forward and with a perfect slice of the Eldritch blade, it cuts and cleaves through windpipe and the front part of the spine of this man as he drops to the ground, his twin knives clattering. As all of this happens in an instant, Guillaume, you are severely hit by all of this. The shots ring out in this closed space, but your enemy lies on the ground. And as he is there, the burn marks on his face, you see the entirety of the skulls fade with this one fell strike by Joseph.
Nice.
What would you like to do, kids?
What happened? I cannot see.
Of course you cannot.
I'm at a strange angle. Thank you, Gary. You're doing great. It is dark down here. What can you see?
My Etty and I see a dead body. I shot a man.
Good, good. Was it the man that tried to kill you? The scarred face.
I do not know. I shot.
Is he dead now? He's dead now, right?
He is certainly not moving. And when you examine him, he is in fact the recipient of the oil burns back in episode 1. He also has 2 additional knives that are identical to the ones that you all wield, so the party now has 4. A first aid to Guillaume would be something to do. Also, searching this area for whatever Fenelix sent you to retrieve would be a good idea.
If I break Guillaume off a little bit of Gary, do I get advantage on my first aid roll?
If you break Guillaume off a little bit of Gary, Guillaume can.
Of course, I'm muted this whole time. I'm like, I'm about to go over to Gary anyway. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Gary, put me down. I don't want to be a part of this.
Yes, Sergeant. And he puts you down.
When they are done with you, we're looking for an arm that is not attached to anyone.
Wait.
Private Gary reporting for duty.
Thank you, Gary. Good work. You are a great soldier. I once knew another soldier who was almost as good as you.
He is the best of us.
Yes, he is.
Yes, sure. He is a great...
A single tear of milk comes out of the shattered milk hole as if he can still hear that he is being praised.
Can I do a first aid roll to get like additional stuff, like points back to Guillaume?
You can do a regular first aid that will add an additional 1 to Guillaume if successful.
Nope.
The anatomy of the ghoul is somewhat different than
like trying to like connect the pieces. She's like, I don't.
Has muscles where it shouldn't have muscles.
Is this?
Right.
How does this go, Guillaume? The puzzle's not fitting together.
It doesn't hurt so much.
Oh, that's good.
What do you want me to roll for my healing?
It should be on your sheet. Let me...
Well, it's very different from what you're saying other people get. That's why I was asking.
Oh, no. That's a special thing just for you. So go right ahead.
I'm going to get a 1. I can already feel it. Oh, I got a 2.
Which is good. Oh, never mind.
Not really.
I wasn't healing that. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, you are able to...
Thank you, Kalashnikov. Appreciate it, my friend. Have a good night's sleep.
Turn 2 hit points as you consume some of Gary.
Yeah.
He's delicious. He tastes very good. Tastes like innocence. Tastes like a good soldier would. Full of hope and love of country. And as you swallow him down, you get the 2 hit points back, and
How's
you can
the mouth
heal.
feel?
How's
the mouth feel
mouth?
of how's the mouth feel of this?
Clearly, Greg doesn't watch enough TV shows about
out of
cooking.
10. Yeah.
No, I don't know how the mouth would. Right.
I don't know what that is either.
When you eat something, it has a good mouthfeel, like it cleans your
Texture.
palate, or like it's texture-wise
Like, have you ever had like seafood salmon and it just feels really good
in your mouth.
in your mouth?
Yeah, I'm not that weird, but
No, milk
No,
eyeballs.
you
and
fucking
bubbles.
No,
Those are fine.
Oh,
I have different weirdness kinks. Don't I'm not as
Don't
weird as
king
some.
shame your milk eyeball. Is that what you're asking? Us? Look,
I'm
what
asking you
your
not to
wife
do
do
that.
on your own time.
Yeah, I'm not judging. I'm not
Hey,
judging.
politely. No, I thought this was a safe space, just us. Okay. What would you guys like to do now that healing has occurred?
Let's find this arm.
Spot hiddens, everybody. That's the name of the game.
What? Crazy.
Yay.
The call of
I'm
spot.
just failing every single one of my
Only
rolls now.
time
Here we go,
Martin's
extreme!
Ever gonna be competent. I'm so
My
excited.
and I see something glimmering in the shadow.
I spy with my wooden eye.
Extreme.
At the same time,
Extreme.
the newly minted soldier Joseph and the one-handed veteran each notice that there is a left arm off in the corner, slightly obscured by the aforementioned sediment and dust in the area. To Etienne, it has a wooden texture to it. It has the grains and the swirls of a carved wood. But to Joseph, it has this alabaster sheen to it that would be reminiscent of some type of quartz, perhaps. And as you both reach down and grab it, you now have possession of the artifact that Comte Fenelix sent you to retrieve. It is
I have
the
no interest
arm
in it.
of the Sedefkar simulacrum.
I'll put it down again. Walk away.
I'm assuming Babin just like shoves it onto Martine and she's like, oh, great.
No, I leave it there. It's wood. I already have a wood left arm.
No, Babin is not wood. It's quartz. It's pretty. Rose quartz.
It's wood. I know what a wood arm looks like. All
No,
right.
Babin is quartz.
Look
That
at
is
it,
true.
right.
If anyone would know what a wooden arm would look like, it would be Babin.
Look at it yourself, Sergeant. It is quartz.
What is it? Let me see this. Hold it up for me.
Martine's gonna hold it up.
Okay, to Guillaume, it looks like it's made out of clay, like it could really be shattered if dropped or even perhaps bent. And to the Sarge, it looks like it's carved out of a glossy black material like obsidian.
No, that is
Michelle-
not true. Quartz
Michelle,
is
what
white.
you-
It's black.
Yeah, when
Is it
Michelle looks
white?
at it, it looks like an actual arm that has been severed.
For me,
Of course it
C'est
does.
blanc.
That
No, it is
a
it is
wooden-
black. It is dark. You cannot see through it.
blanc. No, it's white.
No. No, you're wrong.
Le bois.
You know,
Yes. You are
just,
wrong.
your rank does not actually make you right on color, Sergeant. Are you colorblind? Many men are.
No, it is black.
Are you
No, you are
quartz wood
You know,
colorblind?
it's okay. I had a cousin. He was colorblind. It's nothing to be ashamed of, given that your guts are spilling out on the floor. This seems to be the.
I have been patched up there. My guts are inside.
Oh,
you watch
so
a lot.
inside now. All right. Well, let's take this rose quartz arm back to this man who's quite obviously a hipster.
It is
For
obsidian.
the rose quartz?
It is the color of this blade. It's black.
Okay, and so to put you guys on the plot treadmill to get us where we need to be, we Scooby-Doo it. You guys return to the asylum. You are again ushered down into the bowels of Sheraton Asylum, where you meet with Comte Fenelix, who seems to have anticipated your arrival as he is grinning around his kind of jagged yellowed teeth. And as you walk in, he starts to nod as he senses the presence of at least a fragment of the Sedefkar simulacrum. And when you walk in, he says, "Good. Good, you have done well. I will tell you how to beat Regald." And that's where we'll end it tonight.
Yay, we did good, and now
I
good
care
things are gonna
more
happen.
about whatever that texture is, but that's fine. Whatever the material is.
Also, Greg, a really important question for the game, super important, relevant to plot. What happened to Gary?
Yeah, did Gary
Yeah.
come with?
Did Gary make it?
Gary,
Gary
the last that you, the last that you saw of Gary or heard of Gary, he is a potter. He is living in the town outside of the Fenelix estate. He is sought after. He does a lot of really good, by
Scar on
field.
his forehead.
Yeah, Gary
Right.
Potter. He's a
Gary Potter.
son of him.
Good guy.
Thank you.
Wondrous.
Yeah. Yeah, Gary Potter is, he's.
Well,
I mean, he's a real wizard with that stuff. So
Yeah. I heard that his shop was called the Philosopher's Stone. That's what they.
No.
Wow.
It's pots on it.
All right then. On
Well,
that
now we're gonna have to end it.
Nailed it. And that's what I'm here for.
Like attempted, we end.
Yep. Well, my friends, this is where we're going to end today's episode of Call of Cthulhu Reign of Terror. If you enjoyed the show, let us know. Of course, hit the follow button and join us same time every Monday here for more live episodes of Reign of Terror. I'll be back on tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern for Long March. But let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? Greg, what do you think of tonight's show?
Oh, I had fun. Playing Comte Fenelek is always a blast, and playing with these guys is a blast. I'm not a huge fan of combat in Cthulhu, but it has to be there, especially when we get boss monsters and stuff thrown in. But this was good because we're with a little bit of a plot treadmill. We're right where we need to be to definitely not make it for the end where I need us to be. Right, we're still way behind. No, this is great. I love playing with these guys. Grimjack21502 on the Twitches and the Twitters. See me tomorrow night on WebDM where I do a little Starward Bound. With Pruitt as the DM. It is fun. Like it a whole lot. And then we have Call of Cthulhu here on Wednesdays from 1 to 4 Eastern, where it's at. Greatest story ever told by this guy, Will. And then Wednesday evenings, I'm on Unmade Gaming doing a little City of Mist, where we all play fairy tales. It's dope. I'm learning the system. I'm getting better just in time to die. And then on Saturday nights, I have a little Learn by Play on D&D. It's great. It's awesome. My own channel, Grimjack21502, on Sundays from 7 to 9, doing Pulp Cthulhu and other crazy shit. See you guys next Monday.
Thanks so much,
Love you,
Greg.
chat.
We appreciate it. Let's go around in reverse order. So we'll start with Jules from Dungeon Drunks.
I'm a real soldier now. That's the success of this game.
Yay.
And it's even better because, of course, it only happened when the sergeant wasn't watching. That's how it's always going to be. No, tonight was really fun. I think we did fine. We're perfectly on schedule. So there, Greg. New schedule setter me. Now that I'm a good soldier. No, you can find me on Dungeon Drunks podcast. It comes out every Monday, and on Twitter and things at Julia_Rosa. And yeah, that's about it.
Great stuff. Thank you, Jules. Myth.
I don't really have much. I stream on Twitter and Twitch. I also have a Twitter. Man, I had a blast. I always do. Thank you guys for having me. Really was a wonderful time. I know it was a bit slow going today because of milk eye bubbles and all that weird stuff.
Yeah, Greg.
But I'm glad you guys hung out and enjoyed, but it was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Myth. And Metamancer.
Hi guys, I'm Metamancer. You can find me on Twitch at Metamancer and on Twitter at @TheMetamancer. I thought today's episode was really, really cool, and it was really funny. There was a lot of funniness. The absurdity of Guillaume bursting out of the ground, just that whole scene, just something out of a silly kids movie. It was great, so it was really nice to have that. And of course, Guillaume fails to attack anything in the same exact room. He failed to attack Count Fenelek, so it's a pattern. Hopefully, we won't have to come back here. That's what Guillaume hopes for, at least. But yeah, you guys can find me here on Mondays. On Tuesdays, I'm on a gaming channel playing Myth Dawn. On Wednesdays, I'm offline, and on Thursdays, I play on Speedrun's doing a City of Mist campaign. And on Fridays, actually, starting this Friday, is a premiere campaign for a 40k Dark Heresy game that'll be on my channel. And so I'm super excited about that because I haven't played 40k in forever. And then I also run my Sunday show of Cthulhu on my channel as well. So, yay!
Great stuff. And let's all right, Mike. You can speak now, I guess.
Yay! Today was a weird day, guys. There was milk eyeballs. There was all kinds of weird shit. Michelle is awful now. He's not the best soldier. For some reason, Martine is the best soldier, and my whole world is upside down, both in and out of game. There's robot Myth. It's a mysterious fan in my house that I don't know, ghost fan. It's been a strange day. But it's Cthulhu, so that's what I expect. Strange days, plenty. And if you want to see more of me, I'm here every Monday for the foreseeable future, and you can see me on my channel the rest of the week on Made Gaming. And tonight on Saber Dice, a show that Will is also on later in the week. So come check that out. Indeed,
great stuff. Well, my friends, go follow these folks. Tune in next week, of course, for more Reign of Terror, and tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern for the Longer March, as we're getting close to our season finale flash show as well. It's going to be a good one. But until next time, my friends, try not to... Oh, and in fact, one last thing as well. Tone Collection just went up. So, episode 27, it's a stonker. It's an absolute fucking stonker. So go check out the podcast if you haven't yet. But until next time, try not to throw too many net ones. Want to be laughing when you do. Bye-bye, everybody. Don't get any milk in your eyes. Bye.